much. I'm sorry for everything how this is all about.
Well, hello, everybody. This is Sandra Graves. And today we have a very important, interesting topic that we will be talking about today. And that is going to be about causes and effect. We already know what causes and effect is all about. It's really, we do this, we get this. And although I'm not going to be, sharing about the law of attraction and all of that stuff, because I am a Christian and I don't get into that, I do understand that there is things that we do that causes consequences or blessings. That's the reality. So what we are going to do is that I am going to be talking to you guys while I am talking to Rosemary. Is going to be our guest today, and she is a single mother of 3 children, and she's going to be telling her story, and we are going to be getting in deep into her story. We're going to laugh, and who knows, we might end up crying at some point if we do. However, this is not made up. This is the real story that we are going to try to share with you guys. And I will encourage you that if you want to tell your story, please send an email to info@singlemom.today. An email to info@singlemom.today. Again, my name is Sandra Graves, and I am in San Antonio, Texas. And it doesn't matter what part of the world you are in, as long as you have an internet connection and you have an audio and all that we can talk, then that will be really awesome. And as I said today, the conversation is going to be all about cause and effect. How is it that Rosemary became a single mom? What was her journey about? Where she's at right now? What she's working on right now? The challenges facing as a single mom, and some of the things that we can do to be able to avoid or help other young people be able to not become single parents. And single parents, I would say, it's not something that you just can avoid like that, because people get married and they get divorced and they become single parents. So that is the reality of the situation. Some people just choose to be single moms, like I did. And that was my choice, because I didn't want nothing to do with men. That's the reason why I became a single mom by choice. I'm in the United States, not in other countries. And, that was something that I wanted, because when my aunt told me your mom was going to abort you because you were a rape child, I decided none of my kids was going to be from rape. That was going to come from my love. And that's why I made a choice to become a single mom, because I did not want unwanted kids. I wanted kids that came from love and need and desires, which that is where my kids come from. So we all have a story, okay? And that is the reality. You have your story, and I want to hear your story. So after Rosemary Ali have told her story, if you want to share your story, I'd be very happy to hear your story as well. So again, that will be info@singlemom.today. Info@singlemom.today. And Rosemary, did you share your link already? Did you share the link that I sent you? I sent it to you a long time ago, and I didn't hear anything from you.
I was trying to.
Yeah. So did you got to share it or not?
No, please, I haven't.
Okay, let me have them send it to you to the Instagram so that you can share it on Instagram.
So I have to go to Instagram.
So either one of them, I already sent it in the chat, so you should have been able to see it in this chat. But then
it came back. I think I tapped on it and it didn't.
Right, but you gotta copy it. You gotta copy the link and then send it. If you don't know how to share it from there, you should not be sharing it. You should be copying it and then pasting it. Okay, it seemed like we froze or we paused or something. So while Rosemary is paused,
Sure.
I will
Okay. I
continue
think
to. Yeah, I can. Your screen just paused. So you are trying to send link.
the
Are you
last time.
are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, so she's gone. Okay, so in the meantime, I just want to let you guys know that you can, if you're listening to me to us on YouTube, you can also visit me on Instagram, and that would be Single Mom Today. On Instagram, Single Mom Today. And if you are on Instagram and you're listening, which is not live on Instagram, but sometimes people share it, then all you have to do is come back here to this channel. The link, I am going to be putting the link to Rosemary Instagram at the end of this video, at the bottom in the description box, and more information about her and what is it that she's trying to do. It's going to be in the description box of this video, and then you
Wow.
can get
This
more
thing.
information there. So
I
I
mean,
don't see
I'm
you.
trying to send a link.
Okay, Rosemary, we're gonna have to do that after. Right now, let's focus on the conversation.
Yeah. Sure. No problem.
Let's focus on the
Yeah, I
conversation.
think
You can share this later.
I'll.
You just come back to the video.
Sure. Okay, sure. I'm coming back.
I'm coming back.
I'm here.
Okay, so let's focus on the conversation. The link and all that you can share later. That the video is always going to be up there. So
Sure.
right now, let's focus on the conversation. No. You're singing. No, hold on. So
Okay.
let's start with, let's see, hold on a second. So I want you to go ahead and introduce yourself, who you are, but before you do, you were going to sing I Surrender. Oh, just a little bit, just a tiny little piece, not the whole song, just a tiny little piece.
Sure.
And then you can get into introducing yourself. Go ahead.
I surrender. I surrender unto thee, my blessed Savior. I surrender.
What a beautiful voice! Yeah.
Should I go over
I
again?
love it. That was so good. Come on. I love it. Anyway, okay. So that was a good intro right here. So tell us about Rosemary Ali. Tell us about Rosemary Ali.
My name is Rosemary Ali. I'm the third born of my family and the very first girl of my mommy and my daddy. Yeah, that's it. So I grew up with my parents, both parents, living together with them before I became a mom. So with mommy and daddy, with my mommy and my daddy, things actually was going on so smooth for us. Mommy provided everything we needed. My daddy provided everything we wanted until things started to fall apart for my mommy and my daddy. And girl needs to hustle. Girl needs money in her pocket. She needs to look good. She needs to feel like a big girl. So we moved out to the streets. And actually that was how things turned upside down and turned me into a mom.
So how is it that you say you move on to the street? if you say everything was going good with your mom and dad, how did you had to go to the streets?
My mommy, my daddy wasn't
So
able to
so
give
so
us.
before we do that, you never said what you do, and you never said what country you were in.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm a Ghanaian in Ghana right now, in the capital of Accra. That's the main city in Ghana, like everybody knows. And I am a beauty therapist. I'm a beautician, a beauty therapist into massage, makeup, basically everything beauty. Everything beauty. That's what I'm into right now.
And how is that going? Is that giving you a lot of money over there, or is very difficult to do that? How was that?
In my country, in Ghana, if you ask, is it giving me a lot of money or is going on well? I would say that in Ghana, as my country, is only the well-known beauty therapist who
Okay.
makes a lot of money.
Okay.
If you're not known as much as the other people, unless someone is recommending you to another person,
Right.
that's when you're making the whole money. And if not that, it's either you're working with a company or you're working with someone to make money.
Right. So are you independent, or you working for a company?
I'm not independent. I would say I'm independent and not independent because I've worked with a lot of companies, but from the look of things, I felt it wasn't paying. So I decided to go independent and thinking of going back to working again.
Oh, okay. So you're thinking to go
Yeah.
back to them again because
Yes, please.
independent is a little more challenging for you.
Yes, please. Exactly. It's a bit
Okay.
challenging when you're on your
Yeah,
own.
because they are more established and you need to
Yes.
build a
Yeah.
clientele.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's good. So we established that part. And
Sure.
now, so tell us, how is it that you became a single mom? How did it begin?
Okay. How it began was how it started was through a friend, a schoolmate of mine. We attended the same high school together.
And how old were you then?
I was 19 years
Okay.
of age then. So I was
Okay,
19
19.
years. I was in the high school then.
Okay.
So it started because home wasn't really good and things wasn't really working out well. While I was in the high school, I started getting close to friends and I got like this peer pressure thing. They started pressuring me, let's hang out, let's go out, let's have fun. So since living with my mom and my dad didn't actually give me the opportunity back then, I decided to try a new thing to see what's out
So
there.
so when you say they wasn't giving you the opportunity, what do you mean? Giving you the opportunity to what?
They wouldn't allow you to go out. We're going to church, you come back home, you sit at home. When you're
Okay.
stepping out, where are you going? If you don't give them any tangible reason or where you're going to, they
Okay, so
won't let you step out.
you didn't have any freedom to do what you
No,
wanted
not
to
at
do.
all.
Okay. So they were really trying to protect you, but overprotected
Yes.
you. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I had no chance at that time to step
okay.
out until I started going to school, and they were not able to provide as they used to provide when we were in the primary, the kindergarten school and all that. So I decided to, okay, let's try a new thing. So this friend of mine, a lady friend of mine, we were also in the same class. She was like a bad girl already. She was doing her own stuff already. She was in it. So she was like, oh, come along. Why don't we hang out? And I said, okay, no problem. Well, we can go together. So I started seeing, oh, wow, this is how it's like. So I
Yeah,
started enjoying the whole thing.
you wanted to be cool too.
Yes. So I started enjoying the whole thing since I was making money out of it. I was getting guys, men making advances at me. I was so cool about everything. So we would hang out, we would leave school, we would go to see guys, we would have fun, and never return back to school.
So what do you consider fun? What do you mean by fun?
We go into the club, sitting somewhere, having drink, alcoholic drink at that age, 19, which I wasn't supposed to be doing, but because of peer pressure and home, how everything turned out at home. So we would have alcoholic drink, we would hang out. She was smoking. She taught me how to smoke and
Look
all
at you.
of that.
You are telling this story and you just go like this. Go ahead.
So one day she's like, why don't we hang out? She's going to her boyfriend. She's going to see her boyfriend, and she's like, oh, why don't you come along with me? I was like, okay, no problem. So we went out together. She went to see her boyfriend, and her boyfriend's friend was in the room. And because the guy was there with nobody, she went to her boyfriend, and I was also single. I was working alone. So we did a pairing. She went to her boyfriend, and I also went to the boyfriend's friend. And they went to the room, and we were left alone in the room to ourselves. And one thing led to another. So at that point in time, the guy actually brought out a condom to be used because I'm thinking that was his first time seeing me. And I also don't know where he's coming from and other thing. We didn't get to know each other very well.
Yeah.
I didn't ask him, where's your mom and your dad? Where do you live? What do you do?
You didn't have time for that.
No, I never
Why
asked
you didn't have time for that? What did you guys do?
Because he wasn't someone who was going to date me or we were going to get along. So, oh my God.
So what happened? Tell us just what happened.
So he brought out a condom and I said, what's the condom for? I picked it and I said, I threw it out. Oh, Sandra, you're laughing at me. I was like, I didn't know what was going on then because I was growing up from a family that mom and dad actually taught us into like details about sex, don't go do this. The only thing my mom would tell me is, if you meet a man, you will get pregnant.
Uh-huh.
That was the only thing she's always said. If you meet a man, you will get pregnant. She would not tell you that there's a safe period, there's a safe time not to meet a man.
Yeah,
so when he
because
brought
you were supposed to not have sex at all. That's why she didn't tell you anything.
Yes.
Okay.
So when he brought out the condom, I was like, what is this? I threw it away. I picked it and I threw it away from his hand. And we ended up having sex.
But you just met him.
Yes.
Yeah. So because you just met him, you didn't feel uncomfortable, or you just was excited because somebody is interested in me?
Yeah, it was the excitement that actually he was a bit good looking.
Is it? Yeah, no, the devil is in it's in that looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
He was a bit good looking, and that's like, oh, let's get to this. And we ended up doing everything that we had to do. Like we ended up having sex and everybody went their separate ways.
At this point, you're not a virgin, or you're a virgin?
I wasn't a virgin.
Okay. So you already knew about sex before, though?
Yes. Okay. But the first attempt to sex, it wasn't actually really deep sex, or maybe at that point in time, I didn't really have much idea about having sex on a free period and you are going to get pregnant at this point in time and not.
Okay.
So I just kept on doing what I had to do. So one thing led to another. We ended up having sex and everybody went their separate ways. So weeks later or weeks back, I started feeling sick. I was feeling feverish. So I was like,
Yep, and it wasn't the Virgin Mary.
yeah. So I was like, this is malaria. This could be fever. So let me go in and check what's actually wrong with me. And oh my God, lo and behold, I am pregnant. Like, where do I start from? Who do I go to? Because
So when you told your mom and dad that you're pregnant, what they said?
and this is what happened. Not that as at that point,
They hit you in your head?
at that point in time, I left home.
Oh, so you find out you're pregnant and you left? Or you've left
No,
before?
I left home before I was pregnant.
Okay.
I was living with friends,
Okay.
living with guys, living my own life. So
Okay.
when I find out I was pregnant, then I'm like, I looked left, right. Who do I go to now? Then I went back to the guy because I remembered he invited me to his place after we parted ways. So then I went back to him, telling him, hey, dude, I'm pregnant.
Hey, dude.
Then he looked at me like, this is not real. It can't be true. Like, you're lying. It was going to turn into an argument.
But at this point, you do understand him, right? Because that was one time.
Yeah.
He gave you the condom and all of that stuff. So in that part, you can't really blame the guy for that, for doubting it. If I was a guy and that would happen to me, I'd be like, how many more people did you sleep with, right? So that is the correct reaction, right?
So he said he wasn't the one. It was turning into an argument. Then I just had to be like, you know what? Forget it. You can just go your way and I will go my way.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I can't argue over a pregnancy with you, and I can't lie, or I can't be saying that I can't be giving somebody's pregnancy to you, right, whilst I know you are the back here. So I just had to let him go. I was like, you can go your way, don't worry, I'll go my way. I'll find a way to take care of myself and my child.
And so by this time, you're still 19 years old, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was 19 years old at that. And now I am between the crossroad. What do I do? Do I go back home? Do I take the baby out? What do I have to do? And so way back, a friend of mine saw me. She was like, "Ah, what's wrong with you? You're pregnant. Why did you tell me? There's a doctor here. I would have taken you to a doctor. The doctor would just work it out and take the baby out for you real fast. You are a fool. Why did you keep the pregnancy?" It's like, I was scared. Like, I was scared because I've never tried an abortion. So I was so scared. And after all, I had to go back home as a prodigal daughter, back to my mom and back to my dad.
So we always there for.
Yeah. And they accepted me real. But when I got back home, I was still trying to take the baby out on my own. Kept talking to people, because when I got back home, my mom and my dad never saw it that fast. They didn't recognize that I was pregnant.
So you didn't tell them, you just went back home.
No, I was so scared. Yes, I didn't tell them I was pregnant. So I was so scared at that point in time to tell them I was pregnant. Rather, I went back asking people how to get rid of the pregnancy. They showed me drugs that I could take. I injected the drugs and I took some.
But because the baby is stubborn, the baby said, I ain't going nowhere.
And because of my ignorance, after taking the drugs, I tied my tummy very tight, laid on my tummy, thinking that
it's going to go away.
It's going to come out at the end of the day. But waking up,
he was holding on like this. I am not going anywhere.
Normal. At the end of the day, by the time I knew the medicine I inserted came back out. So I was like, I can't handle this anymore. And my mom looked at me one day and she's like, you're pregnant. And I didn't know how to feel at that point in time. I was so ashamed.
Did she hit you in the head?
No, she didn't. She just
good.
looked at me and be like, you see how being stubborn is? When they talk to you, you don't listen. You see what you've brought upon yourself. This is what being stubborn can lead you to.
Yeah.
She talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and everything. At the end of the day, and I decided to keep the baby. After all the drugs that I took, I still went out. I took alcohol. I did a lot of stuff thinking the baby will come out easily, but it didn't come out at the end of the day. I decided to have the baby. So that was how it ended. And now my son is 14 years old.
Okay, so the story don't end there because you have 3 kids.
Yeah, sure.
So let's find out how that happened. Did you got married after you met the man of your dreams, or what happened?
After that happened, I never got married. I've never been married before. So after everything happened, and I gave birth to my first son, he actually turned my life around. It was like immediately I finished giving birth, like my whole life changed totally. I started going to church. I started loving God, doing a lot of things in church. Like I sing in church. I joined the prayer group in church.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that you sang in church. I heard it. I heard you, and that sounds beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
But the devil is in church too. Okay.
You can't wait for the second story.
Yeah.
So this guy,
Dakila Coleman, she said, did the father ever come around? Did the father ever come around of the first?
It's been 14 years now. Never seen him. Never heard of him. Nowhere. I don't even know where to find him. And I remember way back, the friend who took me to the boyfriend for me to meet that guy, I told my friend that this is what happened. Can she remember where we went to way back 14, 13 years ago? She was like, yeah, what happened? And I explained everything, that this is what happened. Can she help me to get through to the guy? She just didn't give me a good reply. She just hung up on me and that was it. She never said anything to me again. So till now, I don't know where the guy is. I don't know how to contact him. I don't know how to get through to him.
Well, I mean, we already know from the beginning she wasn't a friend. You know, so yeah, no shocking there. No shocking there. But now we got to, you are focused on God, you sing in church, hallelujah, hallelujah, whatever. Now, what happened in church? And I know that you met the people in church too. So
so I went to church, so focused on God, and boom, another man came in my front again. Like he's seeing a beautiful, like he came my way again.
Okay, your way, because you're saying your front. I'm like, okay, that sounds dirty right there. Okay.
So he came for me again. So like he's seen a very nice, pretty girl who's so dedicated to God, singing in church.
And he know you was a single mom?
Yes, he know, because I was actually going to church with my son. When he was still a little baby, very little baby, when he was still sitting and calling. So when I went to church and the pastor heard about my story, he was helping me. He said he was going to pay for my kids' school fees. He was going to help me out with a lot of things. I was so happy because I was getting help. So I told this guy that this is my situation. I don't want to find myself in this situation anymore. And he said, oh, no problem. I'm there for you. I'm here for you. If anything, you can trust me. I will love you.
It sounded messy already. Ooh. Okay, go ahead.
I can still trust me. I'm there for you, everything that you want and all that. And I'm like, okay, no problem.
Ladies, listen to the sweet talking. They do it all the time. Okay.
Yeah.
Pay attention. So keep going.
I'm here for you. He was like, he would carry my baby when we close from church, hold my baby with me till we get to the bus station, and I bought a car. I go home. Sometimes we can't even leave each other. We walk back and front, like we don't want to leave each other. He doesn't want to go home. I don't want to go home. We're so much in love. Then I said to myself, this is it. This is the man of my dream. This is the man.
Tequila said all the right words. You are very good at that. Yeah, go ahead.
Like, this is the man God has actually sent my way. Like, no one else. We are going to get married. We are going to live together happily. Yeah. And one thing led to another. We started having sex.
But you're not married yet.
No.
And you're in church.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was it that he told you in your ears that decided for you to spread your legs before marriage? What was it?
Okay. The thing was, he was coming home. My mom knows him. My daddy knows him. We'll cook together. He will come help me cook. We eat together. We do everything together. But the most annoying part of it is when I'm coming to his house, he sent me to his room through the back door.
And you didn't know that? You didn't pay attention to that before?
So I was like, why would you pass through the front door? He said, no. Then he'll be like, wait, let me check if my mom or my dad is sitting in the hall.
He was just trying to hide you. Okay.
Yeah, he literally was hiding me the whole time. So I would come through the back door, then come through the room.
But as a church girl, that would have been suspicious because you're a church girl. So that's how the devil always come through the back door. So he was letting you come. Not judgment, just conversation.
Oh,
believe
definitely.
Me. There's nothing you're saying that I'm judging you, but
one thing with me is my weakness. If I'm really in love with somebody, I do like anything. Yeah. So we would do this. We'll go to the room. One thing will lead to another. We started having sex. And
He got it. Exit. I'm seeing the exit. Go ahead. Yeah.
We started having sex together, and one thing led to another. And by the time I knew it, another baby was on the way.
Oh, by this time, how old are you? How old are you at this time?
And then I was 20. I was 22 at that time.
22.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So another baby is on the way. What did this guy say now when he find out that you have a baby?
So when I told him that I'm pregnant, he said, "You are a liar."
Oh my goodness. This is the Christian guy now. Remember, ladies, the devil is in church. I keep telling you, ladies, you think you're going to find the right man at church.
Yes.
You're all over the place. Okay. So don't fall for this. Okay. So he says, you liar. Okay.
He said, oh, yes. He was like, what? I can't believe this. You're a liar. And I said, no, we can't hide this. He said, you need to abort this baby. You need to get rid of this baby. And I'm like, no way. I can't abort the baby. There's no way I'm going to abort this baby. We need to see your mom. We need to see your dad. I will tell my mom. I will tell my dad. Both parents are going to meet. We'll sit down and we'll talk about this issue because I don't want what happened.
And how old was he? How old was he?
He was like 34 thereabout.
34, yes. And you think the mom and dad are going to do something about that? Is that like an African thing or something?
Yeah, and one thing was that he was the only son of his mom. So the mom had only 2 children, him and his sister. There were only 2. And he was living with his parents at that time.
That was a red flag right there.
Yes.
He
was living with his parents after that age, 34, 35, thereabout. He was living with his parents. And
Is that like
He said
normal in
no.
Africa for the men to still be
Yes,
living with their
some
parents?
people, it happens to some people like that. Because he
Okay.
was thinking, because the mom and the dad have they got a very big house, why would he go out of the
Okay.
house? So he decided to
Okay.
stay.
In America, that's a red flag. 'Cause a man that is living with the parents, you know, especially in the late 20s or early 30s, whatever, or
Yeah.
40s, you know, if they're living with their parents, run, ladies, run, run as fast as you. Go
I
ahead.
know, right? They're gonna run. So he was arguing with me. And every time, after everything, I was like, didn't you say you loved me? Didn't you say you were gonna be there for me? Like, we did everything together. So why now?
No.
Why now? So like I was broken again for the second time. And we
But
agreed. I told him,
when you got pregnant, did you thought that he was going to be happy when you told him?
yes, I
You
thought he was gonna be happy. And he'd be like, okay, why don't we get married?
So you wanted to hook him.
Yes, because I've said everything to myself that this is it. This is the man of my dream. We're going to end up getting married.
Okay, so ladies, that's not the way that you do things. You don't hook anybody that doesn't want to be with you. Okay, that's the reality. So that okay, I understand. Keep going.
And it wasn't like a planned baby or a planned pregnancy.
But when it
And
happened in your mind already, you might not have planned it, but you didn't protect yourself because you thought this was a good man. And if you had a baby, he was just going to be very happy and welcoming. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, and we have frozen. We just have to wait until she come back. And while she come back, I have to tell you, ladies, this is how it happens. Okay, I hear this story all the time, many times, and it have to do with self-esteem. Self-esteem can really get you like that. If you don't work on your self-esteem, even if you have one kid, you need to work on your self-esteem. You have two kids, you need to work on your self-esteem. Why? Because it will keep happening. I know women that have 6 kids, 5 kids, right? But what happened, we just have to wait until she come back. What happened is that they don't work on their self-esteem, and self-esteem is everything. It's not about getting this ego where I just love myself, I care about myself. It's really about protecting yourself, because what happened is that when you have low self-esteem, you tend to just listen to the sweet nothings that anybody tell you, and you spread your legs. And I'm telling you that because I used to be one of those people that you listen to the sweet nothings, you think that you got the right man now, and now the same thing happened. So I didn't fall for it in the way of getting pregnant, but just the way of just spreading my legs because someone said that they love you, or they spoke to you so nicely, and they make you feel good about yourself. And this is the right one. This is the unicorn that I was looking for, right? So those are the things that happen when you are experiencing low self-esteem. You're always looking for that right person, but that right person is you. You need to be able to work on you. Doesn't matter how many kids you have right now, you need to work on you. You need to work on your relationship, your growth, finding out what is the problem that you had from before. Why is it that you are facing so much insecurity that you are trying to get a man to validate you? You are trying to get people to make you feel good. What is so inadequate about you that you need someone to come and tell you that you are special? Okay, so that is one of the things then that you definitely have to be focusing on. So I'm talking while I'm still waiting for her. She might have some kind of internet problem. Remember, this is Africa she is in, and I will just keep talking to see if she actually come back. Maybe the phone died or something. But so this is the thing that happened. I talked to a woman in Santo Domingo, Indonesia. I know some ladies in Nigeria, not just one, a few of them that are actually doing prostitution because they don't have an education. Nobody was there to advise them. Nobody was there to be able to guide them. Nobody was there for that. So now the solution is finding a man to take care of their bills. Ladies, a man is not going to take care of your bill. When they see that you have one baby and a second baby or whatever baby, they are not going to take you seriously. You have to take yourself seriously. You have to get to the point where you tell yourself, I am going to do the best that I can with what I have, and get yourself an education, start a business, do something that is going to get you and your child ahead, that is going to take care of you and your child. And if somebody else come after, they are going to be able to see you can take care of yourself. I don't need you to take care of me, right? And that's where the problem is that when a man sees that you are needy, when they see that you are completely going to depend on them and you're focusing on them, they're going to use you. Okay, that is just the world that we live in. But you cannot continue to be so gullible in the way that you just keep falling for it. And I know she have 3 kids. I heard the story already before we went live, and I know yes, Tequila is saying have to learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, and that is the hard time. And yes, I know that it is different from Africa versus United States, but ladies, doesn't matter what country you are in, I can tell you, there is a lady that I'm talking to in Indonesia. She started baking. She liked to bake, so she started doing baking to be able to sell food. Okay, you might not want to sell food in the street, but you're going to either sell food or you're going to sell what between your legs. You have to pick. Okay, so she's selling food, right? But she's not falling for it because she can take care of herself. She can take care of her kids. She have her own apartment. She's taking care of her kid. So whoever comes, they know this woman can take care of herself. So if you don't want her, she's going to be able to take care of herself. And what is happening is that you think that just because you go to church, a man in church is going to be any different. Ladies, the man in church, I believe in God, but God is not the building. God is not the church. Okay? I'm a Christian, but I'm going to tell you the devil is in the house. And there he's going to go because he knows your weaknesses already. He knows it. So he's going to push and push and push until you fall for the sweet nothing that they put into your ears. That's what is going to happen. Okay? So you really need to be careful with that, especially if you are in church. If you are in church, ladies, I can't stop telling you, don't fall for it. Okay? And please, if you are in church, abstinence is the thing. If you really are in church and you're trying to do the right thing, abstinence. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But if you decide to yes, Tequila said, the devil knows your type. Yes, he does. Okay, he knows your type. He knows the right words they have to say to you. He knows the way they have to touch you, the right button. With me, it was, my weakness was when a man, if I would try to stay away as much as I can, but when a man got close to my ears and I just felt that breath right around my ears right here, my body started having seizures. And I was like, I just want to have sex. So guess what? I didn't let anybody close here. Nobody, until I was sure you cannot come close to me, because I know as soon as they put their, even like when they say bye and they're going to give you a kiss, I didn't let that. No, You're going to give me, if you're going to give me a kiss, give me a kiss right here. Because I'm like, no, it's not going to happen. Okay. But it's true. Oh, she's back. The devil knows your type. So ladies, in the church, That's when the harder you try to have a relationship with God, the more the devil is going to mess with you. Okay. That's what's going to happen. He's going to continue to mess with you all your life. All your life, he is going to mess with you. Okay. So now she is actually connecting. So yes, Rosemary.
Sorry, the
That's
network
okay.
just went off.
That I understand that. I believe me, I have interviewed people in Africa already. The internet dropped, it comes back, all that. So it's okay. I was talking in the meantime. You know, I have no problem talking. I can talk forever. Okay. So yeah, if you actually can come back your video, you need to click the video. You have it.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. And then you need to turn your phone. Yes, you need the horizontal. Okay, and then change your name to in the description, just like you did before. Put your name on there.
Sure.
Yeah, because this conversation is very good. So thank you for coming back. Tequila is still with
Thank
us.
you.
She did not run.
How did I do this? And I just can't remember.
Okay, we already know your name, so don't worry about it. It
okay, sure. I got it.
So let's continue.
Sure, I got it. Just a minute.
Okay.
Oh,
It says I can rename. Okay, you did it. Okay.
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I did not know that I could rename it. So that's pretty good too. Now I learned something also. Okay. It says in the setting that I can actually rename it. So that's really good. Okay. So we left off where you met the devil in church. The second man after the mom and all that. So we left off there. So you met him. He says, "You liar," right?
Yes.
And then after that,
yeah, it's not possible. This baby is not his. The baby is not for him.
Yeah.
He can't.
Okay.
Like, how is it possible that he could get me pregnant? And like, no.
Oh boy, we this internet is getting again. But
this is not.
Yeah, you keep cutting off this time. You cutting off.
Like,
so Rosemary,
his mom is not going to believe.
Rosemary. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Take off the video for now. Click on the video because maybe you having a bad connection because of the video is too heavy for you. Just okay. So talk.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes. So okay, tell the story. From time to time, you can unclick the video and just for us to see you, and then you can just go back. But go ahead. You can talk like this right now. Go ahead. Okay,
sure. So he said nobody's gonna believe me that I did it. Nobody's gonna believe you're a liar. You can go to hell.
Oh.
And yes. And anytime that I try to get close to him, he said, "Don't come to my house. Don't come there. My mom is not going to accept you. My dad keep pushing me away. Like, he's getting angry because I refuse to take the baby out."
Yeah, you need to go and come back. Rosemary, you need to disconnect and come back. Yeah, Rosemary, you need to disconnect and come back. Hello, you need to drop the call and come back. It's very, very bad. I can't hear you, not even without the video. Okay. So drop it and come back in. Yes, sign out and come back.
All right,
Sign,
sure.
get out and come back. Yeah, you are still here. Leave and come back.
Okay. Okay.
You still there? Yeah. So in the meantime, I can see how that guy remained 34 years old. Just imagine how many kids he have out there since he's 34, living with the parents in the church, everybody thinking he's a good guy. What an awesome guy. Whoever gets him, oh my goodness, she's going to be so lucky to get him because his mom and dad are churchgoers and he's a churchgoer. He's such a good guy. He didn't leave his parents. He take care of his parents and all of that crap, right? Just because something look good, it doesn't mean it is good, okay? There's a lot of deception just by watching things. And that's the reason why you got to take your time to get to know people, to get to know things, to get to know the situation, to get to know the person, right? And don't matter what she says, I am not here to judge her, and I'm not here to judge you. She's telling her story, her experience, okay? That is the reality. So if you think that you can judge her by what she have done, what she have, her mistakes, her being naive, then believe me, you will be cursed because every time we spit up in the air, it come right back and bite us, even in our own experience or with our children. So I would advise you that while you are listening to this, whenever you are listening to this, be careful not to be judgmental about people, their situation, their actions, their decisions, their history, anything. Be careful, I'm telling you, because when we do that, we feel it. Because there's nothing like being in someone else's shoes and understanding the way that they think is totally different than yours. Total different country, total different situation, total different upbringing. So my story will never be your story. So therefore, you will never be able to understand my story. You can think about my story. You can have your opinion about my story, but you are not in my shoes. You don't know my past. You don't know my thought process. You don't know my experiences. You don't understand anything. So for you to be able to say, I would not have done that. I would have been smarter than that. I would have done it this way. It's a whole bunch of crap because you are not there. We are only masters of our own history, our own experience, our own life, okay? And most of the time, we are not even masters of that because this world can be very confusing, very deceptive. What we think that we see is not what we see. What we think that we know is not what we know. There's lots of things that is going on. And we get to the point where we say, I'm not going to trust anybody. And then we get to the point where we actually trust somebody again, right? And when we trust somebody, there are signs that are there that are telling us, oh, be careful with this, be careful with that. But we are so in the process of, I want to believe again. I want to believe. And you end up believing the wrong person. And that's exactly what happened. So we have to be careful about judging other people based on what they decided, instead of just trying to encourage them to do better, encourage them to see, now is what we have. This is your present moment, and moving forward is what matters. Doing something better with what you have, because everything happened for a reason, right? So Tequila said, we don't know what we will do until we are in the situation. And that is correct. Nobody knows what they will do until they're in the situation. Rosemary, I'm going to change the name. Rosemary, Ali. I did change the name this time. I changed the name
thank
for
you.
you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Yeah. So, yeah. So, okay, don't put your video yet. You can continue with the story. From time to time, you can play peekaboo. Okay.
Okay,
So
sure, sure.
you can put the video, and if it works, you keep it. If it doesn't work, you
Sure.
won't.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Sorry
So
for the bad network.
no. Don't be sorry. Believe me. I am enjoying the story because even though it has been a challenging story and all that, I will say that you are at a point of strength because you are able to tell that story without breaking.
Yeah.
Without,
Yeah.
without, somebody help me! I don't know what to do.
Oh my God.
So you are at a point where even though I believe that there is things that you still need to grow in,
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
that based on our conversation, there's still a lot of insecurities that you have
Yeah.
that you need to work on. And I'm a life coach. I will be very happy to help you for free, no
Sure.
charge.
Sure.
I am
Sure.
here to help you, especially
Sure.
I know that you're trying to hold a relationship with God, and I'm a Christian
Sure.
myself. So whatever I can do to help you move forward and to grow, I will do it. I volunteer. Okay.
Thank you. Oh my God. I'm
Yeah,
so
I
thankful.
definitely volunteer.
God
I
bless you
am.
so much.
Oh, believe me, he's been blessing me, and that's the reason why
Amen.
me and
Amen.
you,
Amen.
me and you ended up together, and with all the people
Yes.
that I have met, because
Yeah.
that's what God does. He connects
Yeah.
us. Your
Yeah.
story is dear
Sure.
because you are going to be helping other people with their
Yes.
stories. Okay,
Yes.
so your story, don't let anybody make you put your head down because of your story.
Sure.
Don't make
Sure.
anybody shame you because of your story.
Thank
Because
you.
just bless them, because what's
Thank
coming
you.
for them is going to be worse. Okay, ever
Thank you
don't let
so much.
anybody. You keep your head up and you keep trusting in God, no matter what. Because just like Tequila was saying, the devil know your type.
Sure.
And the
Definitely.
devil is going to keep bumping it up. He's going to keep sending you a better one and a better one, but it's the same crap. Okay, it's the same thing. So so let's finish the story with the second man. That the church guy, he tell you that you're a liar, he tell you to get away, he tell you nobody's going to believe you, all that kind of stuff. Okay.
So I told my mom and my daddy everything that happened, and oh my God, I can't imagine. They be like, for the second time again. Oh my God.
What did they say?
And I will be so thankful to my parents, because in all this, they never threw me out of the house. They never for one time gave up on me. Even when I gave up on them because they weren't able to take care of me, they never for one time said, get out of this place, go onto the streets, do whatever you want to do with your life. We are fed up of you.
Yes.
Like, I owe it all to them. I owe it all to them.
Yes. Okay, let's keep talking the story, because you keep talking about your parents, you're going to make me cry. Okay.
Sorry. So we went ahead. They went with me. We went to the guy's family. We sat down with some church elders. We sat down together. We put the issue before them. And the church people was on the side of the guy, saying that, that he is a church person. He's a prayer warrior. He prays at church. He does a lot. He does a lot of things at church. He can't do that. He cannot do that.
Oh boy.
And
you already screwed up one time with one child. We were trying to help you.
Yes.
You were the one. You were the Jezebel. You
were
the devil.
I am the bad.
I can picture it.
He can never do that. He can never do that. But if I'm saying that, then this is what he has done. We will look in. They said they were going to look into the matter. They were going to get to the bottom of it. I said, I don't have a problem. I can't lie on someone that has not done anything to me. Why would I lie? Why would I lie that he did it whilst if he wasn't the one, why would I say he was the one who did it? And we settled the issue and went back to church. And then we were part of the youth group in the church. And they decided, because I was in a youth group, I was singing, they decided to pull me back to sit at the back of the church. I don't have the right to come forward again.
It's called shaming you. Yes. Shaming you. This is what a lot of pastor people in church do, to shame you instead of helping you, strengthening you. They try to solve it by, making you do worse. Okay, so go ahead.
So they pulled me back. Even the guy, they pulled him back. So he was
so they did pull him back.
Yes.
Okay. At least I got to applaud that one. Okay, we got to give them some credit where credit is due. If they pull him back, that is good. Because most of the time they don't. Okay, Jezebel saw the problem, not them.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
They did pull him back, and he was so furious with me. He doesn't want to even set eyes on me anymore. Like, I've brought him disgrace, I've brought him shame in the church, at home, and all sorts of things, because he's a quiet type. He doesn't go out that much. It's from church to work.
Deceitful. Yeah.
He's like so quiet.
How many kids he might have out there of people that are not talking? How many kids? Because quiet, whatever.
So he said they wouldn't believe he could do this because he wasn't someone who was always with ladies. And in the church, ladies were making advances at him.
And I'm sure that a lot of them did, but they are not going to speak up because he already said they're not going to believe you. He must have done the same thing to them, and they might have had abortions.
He kept saying that he never forgave me. He never forgave me. But at the end of the day, what happened. We had the baby. We went back but before we went back to church, they called the both of us in front of all the youth ministry, and they put us in front of them and said that this is what we actually done in church. Yes.
They did what?
They called us in front of all the youth members. And told them,
why would you still be part of that church?
Because I felt at that point in time they had helped me in a way with my first child. So why would I have gone back? So I just need to fight through it and come out of it.
Okay.
And they announced
Tequila, what do you think about this? If you were still there, what do you think about the church putting them in front like this and trying to shame them? It's like in the old days when somebody there was suspected of doing witchery, right? Of witches. And then they would put them in front of everybody and say, witches, burn them to the stake, whatever. That was nothing different. Like, that's exactly what they were doing there.
Yeah, that's what they did to us. And he wanted to sink in the ground that day. It's like, I have brought him so much shame.
He brought himself.
Disgrace.
He did it to himself. You didn't do anything. Okay.
He actually put all the blame on me. All the blame was on me.
Of course, because he's useless, and he's 34, Yeah. So she said the church comes with shame. Yep. That's what it is. And I am not, a lot of people, they want to judge God because of what the churches did. This is human. Humans setting rules and all of that stuff. Humans doing it the wrong way, because the God always tell us that we have to love people. Okay. So love is not shaming people, So Tequila said, I will leave that church, but so
a lot of people told me, anybody I told, they'll be like, no, I would leave the church.
Yeah.
A lot of people said they would leave the church.
Yeah, but they were still helping you with your kid, or they stopped helping you with your kid?
They actually were helping me in one way or the other, but I got to a point they stopped.
Okay. Yeah.
They stopped.
Yeah. So okay. So but even though we are talking bad about the church because what they did, the reality is that, think about it. They are helping you with one kid.
Mm.
Now you come in with another kid.
Another one.
Then the man from the church that they thought was a good man, now he is have to step down because so you can see how that comes in the human mind. It comes off, she is the problem. We are not going to help her anymore, right? So they take it upon themselves to be God too at that point. Okay, but I would understand the part where they're like, well, we're not going to help her. She's going to keep bringing babies. So in that part, I do understand that part. I don't understand everything that they did, but in that part about not continue to help you financially, you know, then you might get in the habit of just keep bringing them babies. So that part I get it. So then what's next? So the baby came.
So we had the baby. The baby came.
What you mean we? He was. What you mean we? He was involved.
Me and the guy.
He was involved.
Me and the guy.
I know, but he was involved with.
Yes.
How?
After the baby came, or in the process, they told him that he is supposed to take care of me and the baby.
So they said that they don't believe it, but they're telling him to take care of the baby.
Yes.
So they did believe it.
And what happened was that the mom was actually looking for a grandchild.
Oh, okay.
At that point in time, she was half and half happy. A little bit happy, yes, with the baby that's coming. So they told him that he needs to take care of me and take care of the baby. So every month he needs to send me money.
Okay.
They gave an amount of money that he was supposed to be sending to me every month.
Okay. So at least they did something. Okay.
Yes. He agreed to that. He was sending the money. First month he did. Second month he did. Third month, he started reducing the money. He started reducing the money until I gave birth. So in that process, I was always crying on the pregnancy. I was always crying on the baby, that God would not forgive him for taking me through all this after all the love that was shared and all that. He decided to deny me, treated me bad and all sorts of things, insulted me on top of the pregnancy.
So how did he give you the money? Like he will come and give you the money, you meet someplace?
Yes, he would give it to me. He will come and give it to me. He would come and always give it to me. So it got to a point.
Did you guys keep having sex?
No, we didn't anymore.
Okay.
So at the early stage, we were having sex, but when it got to a point in time, we stopped. At the early stage of the pregnancy, we were having sex because I was so much madly in love with this guy that he did things to me. I would go back to beg. When he even has done something to me, I would have to go back to beg him. Instead of he coming to say, I'm sorry, I go back saying, I'm sorry. And it got to a point, he did something to me. I almost got insane. Like I was losing my mind because of this guy. I started talking on my own. I didn't know what was happening to me. Like I was losing my mind.
You was experiencing a breakdown. You was experiencing a breakdown. Mm-hmm.
So he did a whole lot of things to me. Sometimes I would want to come and visit him. He say, don't come. Nobody wants to see him. My mom doesn't want to see you. My dad doesn't want to see you. Nobody wants to see you.
So Tequila is asking, does he interact with his child or just send money? No.
When I gave birth, he wasn't interacting. He would just ask, how is he doing? How is he? And all of that. He started sending money bit by bit. But at a point in time, he stopped sending the money. Then from the look of things and how things were difficult for me and my parents back then, because with my first pregnancy, my family really helped me a lot by buying me baby stuff, buying me baby foods. My brothers came in, they helped me. So when the second one, there is a man in the picture, they left everything to the man and the family. So at a point in time, he stopped sending money, he stopped sending baby foods and baby stuff. So I decided and I took the boy to him. when he was 1 year, just 1 year. So I took the boy and I packed my stuff and I went to stay with them in the house. So I said to myself,
so you went to his family?
Yes.
You got some balls.
Yes, I went.
You got tequila. What do you think about that? You got balls. Oh, I have to hear that. So you pack up. You didn't tell you.
Yes, I went.
So you see, that's like really crazy because in some areas you have bad self-esteem, but then you have a strength that is ridiculous.
Yes.
That
I went.
Wow.
How I did that was we did a naming ceremony for the child. After naming ceremony of everything, I said, no way, I'm not going to go back home anymore. I'm going to be here. No way am I going to go back home. I asked my parents to bring me my stuff. They brought me my stuff. Then we're going to be here together. Since you refuse to take care of your child, here we go. Let's see.
So you went to his family?
Yes.
Where he lived with his family?
Yes.
And how did you get in?
I went. Literally, I had their baby, so you can't throw me out. So they actually prepared me a room and said, yes, they didn't want me to go close to the guy anymore. So they prepared a room for me and the child, and there's this is where I'm going to be staying. I don't need to go to where the guy is anymore because they think I forced the guy into whatever that's happening now. The guy doesn't want it.
You raped him! You were 23, 22, and you raped a 34-year-old guy.
Yes. So their mind was like, I'm a bad girl. I'm a bad person. I have a child at first, thinking with what happened in my past, like I'm a bad person. I'm the one who forced the guy into doing that.
Yeah. They judge you because of your past. Yeah.
Yes.
Like most people will be doing while they're listening to this too. And you'll be cursed if you think you can judge her. I curse you in the name of Jesus.
Oh, no. So I went to the house and we were living together. And that was another phase for me. They maltreated me. They wouldn't let me do things freely. If I go take food in the fridge, the girl, my baby's father's sister would insult me that I ate all the food in the house. I shouldn't touch this. I shouldn't touch that. I shouldn't get close to this food.
But in this part, you do know that nobody was going to treat you like a queen. You know that hell was coming.
I felt they were going to treat me well.
Why? If you were the one who went into their house? That's the thing. I am having a hard time understanding your strength because you are weak in a lot of parts, but then your strength comes, but then the way that you're thinking is kind of totally different. And that's the part that I don't get, because you went into the people's house, you wasn't invited to it, and then you are eating their food and you're thinking that they are going to be very happy for you to eat your food and do whatever.
I have a baby for their son, for their child. I have a baby for their child.
But what does that mean, having a baby? I want to understand.
The boy's mom really won the child.
I know.
She was happy. She had a grandchild.
I know, but
she was so happy. Like, she'll take the boy everywhere. She'll take the boy to church. She'll take the boy this. This is my grandchild. This is my grandchild.
So you thought that because she did that, now you are the queen and they have to treat you like a queen.
Yeah. And the thing is, they only wanted they only wanted the child and not the one who brought the child.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, do you blame them? Like, seriously, I know your situation, but if I was in their situation too, you just look, first of all, I could tell you, if my son had a woman that had a baby and she just tried to, first of all, she wouldn't even be able to walk into my house first.
Okay.
She will be only by the door and I will not let her in.
Wow.
Okay. That's the way it works. So that part is, I don't get that part, which I think you're a boss for doing that part. Like I would have never thought about anything like that. But that part, and then once you actually get in, they fix you a bed. So they decided not to push you out. It must be because of the culture or something like that. But
Yeah.
they didn't push you out. They decided, okay, we're going to work with this. They give you your own room. So you get your own room. And then the sister is saying, what the heck? What?
Yeah.
She's going to come and boss us around? Because you don't have to speak to be able to boss. Your presence been there was saying, you guys got to do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So the sister by that time is like, I didn't volunteer for this. You know, he was the one who screwed you, and now everybody's paying for it. So you got to be able to understand that part of why they will do that. So in that part, you know, so go ahead.
So we were actually living in the house as if we don't know each other. Everybody does their own thing. They don't talk to me.
They gave you a key to the house?
No.
How did you get in and out? Oh, you never knew?
I got, when I got in, I think I stayed with them for a while. Then looking at the whole situation and all the treatments they started giving me, I left the boy and I left.
So you left the baby?
Yes.
And you
I left the baby with him. Yes.
Okay. But all this time that you have the boy, where was your first child?
He was with my parents at home. As at the time, he was a bit grown.
Okay. So you left your other one with your parents.
Yes.
Then you now decided to leave this baby. Okay. So what else?
So I from the way they were treating me, as if I was somebody hungry. I don't have a home. I don't have a family. I just said to myself, no, I just have to go. And I left the boy with them and I left back to my son.
How old was
the first one?
How old was your boy when you left the baby with them?
He would be it's a 4-year interval between the both of them, the first and the second. So I think then he will be like, let's say 7-8 years.
No. When you left the people with your kid, how old was your second child?
He was just 1 year.
1 year. So you left
1 year,
okay.
1 year.
And you went back to your parents.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I went back, they started doing everything they had to do, take care of the boy. Sometimes when I'm there, I buy stuff, I send it to them. I take a look at the boy and then I go back home. It went on and on, but it got to a point in time, I wasn't able to go back to seeing the boy because of every time I go seeing the boy, the atmosphere or the reception they give me is not welcoming. So anytime I'm always going there to see the boy, I have this kind of fear in me that what kind of atmosphere are they going to give me today? What kind of reaction would they give to me today? So I don't sometimes boldly go there to see the boy.
Right. Okay. So at this point, you don't go there to see the boy. It sounds more very selfish to me that you were going through not only low self-esteem, but you were being very selfish.
Okay.
Because you are going there thinking about yourself, how they're treating you, but not really thinking about your son needing you.
Yeah.
Because you keep saying the boy, you're not saying my son.
Sure.
So there is a lot of selfishness there that needs to be worked on, because you were more concerned about them treating you well than you having a connection with your baby. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Do you see that or no? Am I wrong?
Yes, I see where you're coming from. But the only reason why I felt that way was because I never felt accepted from their side. They didn't accept me.
Yeah, and that is understood. Yeah, that's clear. Yeah, that's very clear.
They never accepted me, even if it even had happened that it wasn't my fault, but they blamed me, that everything.
Right. But I know that you like to say that everything that you say, you always say that it's not your fault. But you got yourself in those situations.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what turned out, you got yourself in those situations. That had nothing to do with the mom and dad and the sister. It was between you and him. So they don't need to accept you.
Okay.
They never need to accept you. That is not their responsibility. But your responsibility is to accept you, accept your baby, and have that connection with your baby. No matter what. That is your responsibility, not theirs. Okay.
Okay.
So they until their death, they never have to accept you, and that is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. So you have to get to a point where you are letting yourself know, okay, what did I do wrong? What can I do better moving forward? What am I responsible for? And if you continue to say, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, then who is?
I'm always thinking that the guy could resist. He could say no.
You what?
When I'm saying that if I'm making advances at the guy, he should have said no.
And you should have said no.
I would accept my fault.
You are the one with the hole. He is the one with the stick. It's easier to carry a stick than to clean the hole.
Sure.
So as women, both people are responsible, but we have the hole. When something is in the hole, it sticks. When something is on the stick, it doesn't stick. So we have to be more careful, because when this connect to this causes something in here. This doesn't put something in here. Sure. So it is our responsibility when we have the hole, because we carry the baby. So when you keep saying, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, it's not your fault, you're going to keep walking through life saying it's not your fault, but then who it is? It's not your parents.
Sure.
You already admitted that they did the best they could with what they had. Your parents make a mistake from the beginning in trying to shelter you without making you aware of what's happening in the world and how to give you strength. They screw up there. But we cannot go back and say, oh, your parents are bad and all that kind of stuff, because even now they're still helping you.
Yeah.
But you need to get to a point where you are saying, all of these are, remember what the title that I put here, cause and effect.
Effects.
You cause this, and those are the effects of it. So nobody's going to feel sorry for you, because this is what you are causing to yourself. You got to get to a point and analyze it and think about, like Tequila said here, what lesson did I learn from all of this? But I don't want you to answer that question yet, because we did not get to the third kid yet.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So all this continue. You went back to your parents. They was not taking care. They was not paying attention to you. They treated you with scorn. They only want the baby. And in this part, I have to say, God bless them for even wanting the baby.
Sure.
Okay. Because they didn't even have to want the baby. That was a blessing for your baby. Your mom taking care of your first kid, that's a blessing for your baby.
Yeah.
And guess what? You keep having boys.
Yeah.
God is protecting you from not having a girl, because right now you are not at a point where you are learning whatever lesson that you need to learn.
Sure.
And a girl will be in trouble.
Sure.
Okay. So let's get to the third one. Well, how did that happen?
Yeah. So years passed. And let me say this, even in all of them, he was my second son's father was the one who took me to a beauty school. So to compensate me with everything.
No, he didn't compensate you. You are trying to say it like he owes you something. He don't owe you anything.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, is the thinking that you have. Nobody have to compensate you for anything.
Okay.
Nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't owe you anything.
Okay.
What he did, he saw it, he was smart. He said, if I help her have something, she might get off my back and taking care of the kid.
That's true.
So he was trying to be helpful. So we actually have to admit when someone does something good, because at this point, for him to pay for your beauty school, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. So you can't say he compensated you. He tried to help you.
That's true. So he helped me. He actually helped me to the beauty school and paid for my fees, paid for my fees. And after everything, we couldn't, I thought we were going to end up getting married, but it didn't work out. And he was one guy that I truly loved with my whole heart. That
wait. When he started paying for your school, you saw it as a sign that maybe he is the one.
Yes.
I got him. I got him again.
We were going to end up getting married, and every time I bring marriage
issue tell you that?
up, no, and every time I bring marriage issue up, he says he needs to go back to school. He needs to go back to school. He's always talking about school.
Keep talking. I'm listening to you, but I have to turn on my air conditioner. I had it off.
Sure. He says he needs to go back to school all the time. Every time we talk about marriage issue, no, he's not ready. He needs to go back to school. Then I'm like, what kind of a guy are you?
Yeah, but let me tell you something. He's saying he needs to go back to school. You are saying you're going back to school. You are having sex with him by this time, because it sounds like you are connecting. You're not telling me, but you are having sex with him, because if you are trying to get married to him, you started having sex with him.
Yeah,
that's why you are feeling the connection, because sex is happening. Okay. See, you didn't say that part. You want to get to the part where the baby's coming again, but you started having sex because you think that there is potential of this man is going to be. Okay. Go ahead.
So it happened that way, and it didn't work out. It didn't end well, and I just had to let him go. But he was one guy I thought I can't let go of. Like, he was somebody that I can never end a relationship with. Like, I never dreamt about it. I never thought about it. Like, he was one person that this is the end. Yes, this is the end of being me single and all that. We are going to get married because there's a church. Oh God, when we go to the pastor,
so you still was going to the same church then? You were still
going? I was going to the same church.
When you went and lived with them, you were still going to the same church?
Yes, but it got to a point.
When you left the house, when did you stop going to the church?
When I left the house, that was when I stopped going to the church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So when did you start having sex with him again?
I think we never had sex. It was during the pregnancy time we had sex and all that.
No. I'm talking about after you left. You said that he paid for your beauty school and all that.
Yes.
When did you start having sex with him? Did you start having sex with him first and then he started paying for your beauty school?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So
he was actually anytime I try to get close to make advances on him, he runs away.
So you were the one making it.
He keep running away because he be like, this girl wants to put me into trouble again. Like he kept running away from me. He kept running away from me. And
yes, I am going to be your coach. I volunteer. I am going to be your coach. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We need to work on this. Like, seriously, we have a lot to work on.
Thank you so much.
I am going to be your coach. And I'm saying it publicly because I'm making a commitment to that. Okay.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you. I'm so honored. God bless you so much. Actually, I'm sure God actually brought you my way because I really need it in my life. God actually brought you my way. Actually, I'm so honored. I feel like crying now.
You're making my eyes Chinese. So how did the third baby come? How did that happen?
So I was in a beauty school. I was so serious going to my beauty school and all that, so focusing on achieving my passion and what I love to do. And after then, in my area where I used to live, there was this one guy who would always chase me here and there, and I kept running away from him.
Was he good looking?
Yeah, a little bit.
Damn! You left the church and the devil said, I got her. I
know you found my weakness. Oh my God. This guy was like over me. He's always like, wherever he comes, I'm like, I'm not interested.
So one thing that I can be clear about, I know you're not a lesbian.
No. Far from that.
Right, Tequila? She is not a lesbian. She is, Go ahead.
And this guy keeps coming. I'm like, I've had enough. Please let me be. Please. I want to be.
You saying I have enough, but your legs are going.
Oh my God, Sandra, you make me laugh. Oh, geez. And it's like, I'm like, please, I beg you, I'm not interested. He's like, oh, don't worry. You just come and see something at my house. Just come and see something. I said, I don't want to go. Like, leave me alone. He was always making advances of me. Like those times he'll be like, oh, I want to connect you to a job. Are you interested in this job? I'm like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I don't want to do anything. Then you say, oh, come to my house. Why don't you come and see where I stay? I said, I don't want to know where you stay. Just leave me alone. I'm not interested.
Yeah. But your leave me alone is not so convincing because you were saying, leave me alone. And you are doing that with a smile. I can actually picture you already. You are like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And by that time, if I'm a guy, I'm like, I got you. Yeah. I got you. Because let me tell you, it's the way that you were saying, leave me alone. It did not sound convincing. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Were you saying, leave me alone? But when you were saying it, you were kind of smiling like.
But I was so serious about this, Sandra, because every time he comes to me, I don't want to see him. Every time he sends me a message on WhatsApp, I reply him in a straight manner. Like I've been rude to him. I don't want to see him until I don't know what happened.
That's the thing with men. It doesn't matter. They have a target. They're hunters. So the harder you get, the more they're going to follow because they just have to get to the target. That's basically the fruit is more delicious when it's hard to get.
Yeah. Then until one day, he's like, oh, come and see my house. My parents are not around.
How old is he?
He was in his 30s. He was in his 30s.
30s, okay.
Like, let's say his 30s.
And you? And how old were you? I
was, let's say I will be like 29, thereabout, 29.
Okay, so 29, but we skip it when your kids was only 1 year old. So your baby's dad came many years later and paid for your beauty school?
He paid after everything that happened. So I was in a beauty school whilst I met the third guy.
I know, but you were in a beauty. look, beauty school doesn't take 5 years.
Literally, we do, okay, let's say we do literally, it was 1 year.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
it was
it was
1 year
1
of
year.
beauty
It
school.
was 1 year. Yes,
So
and the thing was,
how old was
I
your
was
baby?
actually with my, I was actually, yes, I remember, I was actually with my second baby's daddy, thereabouts. Like, we were still having something together.
You were still having sex with him?
Yes.
Didn't I ask you that
Side by
before?
side. Yes, I now remembered.
Okay.
Now, like,
so you were having
Yes.
sex with your baby's daddy.
Yes.
How old was your baby?
The baby he was 2 years there.
2 years old.
Yeah.
So if you were 24 just now and your baby is 2 years old, you can't be 29.
Oh my gosh, somebody's asking for a link.
I am not very good at math, but I can tell you 29 is not it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So you can go ahead, copy the link and send it to them because they might have questions too. So the link that I have sent you before, you still have it or not?
No, please. Can you resend it to me?
Okay. But you have it here and you also have it in the Instagram. So the link will send to you through Instagram as well, because they definitely want to come and hear this conversation.
I'm sure they want to listen to whatever I'm saying.
You got the link?
It came on, but anytime I tap on the link, it just goes off.
Yeah, because you're tapping on it. You need to click to be able to, like, right click or something to be able to select the link.
Okay, kindly send it back to me. Let me see something.
No, it's right there. It should be in the chat. Why would I keep sending it? It's in the chat.
Sorry.
Go to your Instagram and copy the link. I already sent it there too.
I'm just saying so how do I go back to Instagram from here?
You need to go to, if you have your iPhone, you got to go to the main screen and look for your Instagram. Go to the main screen. This is not your phone, is it?
It's my phone.
Is this your phone or somebody else's phone?
No, it's my phone.
Okay. So yes, where you have you have all your applications on your iPhone, you need to go to the main screen and there you'll find the Instagram icon.
Okay.
And then send it there, share it with the other people from there. So you're not really doing bad because you got to actually have an iPhone. So iPhone is expensive.
Okay. Sandra, you're laughing at me.
I am laughing with you. Let me tell you,
me.
because I am the way that you tell the story, you know, like you're telling your story, but there is strength. There's a lot of naiveness, very naive in your story. Yeah. And but there is a lot of room for improvement. And what I like is that even with you telling your story, there is still some humility that will allow you to grow, because you saying it, but even though I feel the naiveness and you don't have a lot of understanding of stuff, I could see I could see some good positive change.
Yes, Sandra, I feel that everything that has happened in my life is for a reason.
Yes, it is. I agree with that.
It's for a reason. Some people will judge me.
That's okay. I'm not here to judge you or anybody.
Most of the people
I will have my opinions. And I will try to tell you how to guide you into doing better, because that's the reason why I always pray for God to send me the right people for me to help.
Sure.
Okay. Sure. Because I am not here where I am because I know everything. No, I make a lot of, I'm going to say it the right way, I made a lot of fucked up decisions. Okay. Yeah. So, and I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm here to help in every way that I can. So yes, you have just gave me some homework.
Sure.
And I'm willing to take on the assignment.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough. I can't
Oh
thank
no,
you
I
enough.
haven't done anything. I haven't done anything yet. Okay. So oh no. You are inviting somebody to this room. You can't invite them to this room.
Somebody, no, the person just asked me for the link.
Yeah, but you want them to come in this chat room?
Do you want them to come in?
Who is this person?
He's my friend.
It's a man?
Yes.
Okay, I have not done this before, but why not? Let's do it. Maybe he
Yeah,
have questions.
sure.
This is different.
Yeah.
Tequila, this is different.
They really want to hear me. They really want to hear me. So
Yeah, but they're not hearing you. They're actually going to be on the video.
Sure, why not?
You did not send them the right link. Like
Oh,
you have to send them the public link, not this
the full one. Yeah.
yeah. So you invited them to this conversation. You did not invite them. Yeah. So the link that you send them the one that I sent you.
So can you send that to me on Instagram like now so that I send it to him?
You have it on Instagram. I'm going to take him out. Remove. Okay.
Okay.
Because that's not what it is. Yeah. So the one that you were sent, the last one, okay, you will send that.
Okay,
that
let me go back
to
that.
Yeah, you send the original.
Okay.
The last
I think
one.
I'm going to the last one.
Yeah, the last link that I sent you. They should not be able to go into Zoom.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, you sent the wrong one. Yeah.
Sure.
You don't want to be.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Coffee is a man. How old is he?
He's in his 30s. He's actually one of my ex, you know.
Oh my goodness.
And he literally want to join.
Tell him that I have a lot of questions, definitely. So yes. just make sure you send him the link and make sure that he comes in, because I have questions for Kofi.
I sent it to him.
I have questions for Kofi for sure. Yeah.
Oh my God.
We need to get to know you through Kofi.
Definitely.
You are making this more interesting than I thought it would be. Oh my goodness, you're crazy.
I just sent it back to him.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So yes, we will wait. Tell him that when he come in, he can talk to us through the chat.
Okay,
but
sure.
Anyway, let's continue. Bring it back.
Sure, so, I'm bringing it back. Yeah.
Okay, so, I can't see you. You need to be in the video. I can't see you. Okay. Now, let's take this. Now you were having the we will get into the third baby. The guy talked to you, tell you come to his house.
Yeah.
You're like, no.
Yeah.
You don't love me. I know now.
You just want to have sex with me.
Okay. So he's saying come, and you are saying no. So how is it that you finally end up going to him?
So he's like, oh, come see something in my house. He just like, oh, just come home and let's sit down and chat and have a conversation. Nothing is going to really happen.
And so by this time, I am going to tell you, by this time you are either 26 or 27. You are not 29.
Yes, okay? Most definitely.
Because your baby, you have a 7-year-old and you are 34 years old, so it cannot be 29. Okay?
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So I finally said, okay, no problem. Why don't I come along to see whatever you want to say or whatever you want to talk about? And I went with him and he took me to a room like an under basement.
Oh, hold on, coffee is in the house. Coffee, Frank, coffee.
It's called Nanakwesi.
Frank. Okay, Frank. We are listening to Rosemary's story. Okay, I don't know how much you know about it, but we have questions for you. But you might ask questions too. But we want to know, what kind of person is Rosemary? What do you think?
God.
What do you think of Rosemary? Did you have sex with Frank already?
No.
Did you have sex with Frank?
Are you asking him or me?
I'm asking you. Did you have sex with Frank already?
Yeah, we did.
You did. Okay. So he's here. Okay, Frank. So is he like seriously dating you, or this is
no? Wait. He was actually serious about me, but things didn't go well.
After you have sex with him, things didn't go well.
Yeah.
You tend to be in this thing. So, Frank, is it true that after she had sex with you, then you decide not to take it seriously? That's a question for Frank. If you can answer. I mean, we can't see you, Frank, so you're not going to get in trouble. But we just want to know, is it that right after she gave it up, you decided, I'm going to wait, I'm not going to move forward because she might give me another baby?
Oh my God, no, Sandra.
Okay. Now, Frank, you can answer if you want to. Frank, right now, he's peeing his pants. But anyway, I have, so finish up with the third baby. How did the third baby come?
It happened and he's like, oh, come along. There's this under basement. Let's go there. Oh, why are you? He's like, are you scared of me? Don't you want to come? You come. Nothing is going to happen with you. It's like, so I ended up as naive.
Frank said, not really. So whatever I said, he said, not really, which really means that he didn't really want to answer the question. Okay, so go ahead. Because he had potential that maybe you guys can actually get together again. So he don't want to mess it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
okay, go ahead.
And he actually said, oh, don't be scared. Why are you scared of me? Nothing is going to happen. Just come along with me. So maybe I say I was so dumb back then, or I was with less information about sex way back. And
I agree with Frank.
What did he say?
Very much. I agree with Frank. Let me tell you what he says. Hold on a second.
What did he say?
Let me tell you what he says. Hold on. Frank says, she wasn't really focused and doesn't even know what she wants. And I have to agree with him on that one. You don't know what you want. I am with Frank. If I had Frank in front of me, I shake his hand, because that is
really back then or now? Is he talking about now or back then?
He's your friend now. So he's not taking anything further. So she's asking Frank, is it back then or now? Because I still think right now, I don't think that you really know what you want yet. I think you have things that you want to do, but in your personal life, I think if the situation was to give itself, if Frank come and speak to you, sweet nothings in your ears, and tell you, baby, you know what, everything that you have been through, I want to be the man for you. We're going to have babies together. I'm going to love you. I'm going to marry you. I'm going to do everything for you. I'm going to buy you a big house. But let's take it slow right now. There have some goals that I want to achieve first. So let's just continue to have sex like we have been doing. And then later we take it a little more serious. You'll be like, yes, let's do this, Frank. I love you. Anything that you want, Frank, I am yours. Yes, I'm going to put my chest up, Frank. It's all yours, And you see, that's not what men want. They want someone, because If you are easy with him,
Okay.
he will always doubt if you will be easy with his friend or with his cousin or with his buddy, because you don't have the ability to be able to see, to be that strength. So the thing is they will test you to see how far you can go.
Okay.
He said, trust me, she is a sweet person. And he's saying that, I mean, back then, but she is a fine person now. Okay. However, I can tell you, Frank doesn't want to lose his opportunity. Okay. That's why Frank is talking like that. But this is not Frank's responsibility. It is your responsibility, because you have a tendency or a pattern of bringing babies.
Okay.
Very easy. And every man that meets you doesn't want to have a baby.
Okay.
But you are the one that have to be strong. I'm not saying that you're not going to have sex. I'm just saying you need to protect yourself from having babies. Okay. Because somebody that Frank, that he said, trust me, she is a sweet person. I don't doubt that. I don't see that there is not a sweet person in you. But a sweet person doesn't mean you're a strong person.
Okay.
And a man wants a sweet person that is also strong, because it have to come with the strength.
Okay.
And the strength is going to come with what Tequila said, a smart woman.
Thank you.
So she's not saying that you are smart. She's saying you need to be smart.
To be smart. Okay.
You need to be smart. And right now, you have not shown a lot of wisdom in the things that you are doing. You're showing a lot of emotions. You go a lot by your emotions. You feel this, you do this. You feel this, you take this. You feel this, you whatever do, right? So that is not a smart act, okay? So you might be a sweet person and you want to do great things, but it doesn't mean that your actions are up to par with the things that you want to reflect. And one thing that you want to do is that you want to make sure that you fix it, because you have 3 boys.
Okay.
You are showing them an example of how they should treat women.
Okay.
They are going to pattern you of what is it that they are going to see in women. If you don't curve your waist, you can, if they treat a woman bad or whatever they do, you can tell them not to, because you are being the leader of this. They're seeing this pattern.
Okay.
So you can teach them something that you're not doing.
Okay.
Okay. So I know, because I raised a boy. I raised my son. Okay. And when I raised my son, no man could come to my house. I raised them by myself. I didn't give them to my family or anything like that. I raised them. I went and worked. I educated myself, all of that stuff. And I don't care. I know you're in Ghana, in Africa, and all that kind of stuff. Situations are different, but you cannot expect men to be taking care of you. Sure. You need to make sure that you can take care of yourself. Because when I met my husband, I had my house, I had everything going on. I was a mom with 2 kids. Okay. Sure. But I was taking care of me, so he knows that he didn't need that. But he needed to be responsible, to respect me. And respect is not something you can read in a book. Respect is something that you earn. So being that you're a sweet person doesn't mean that you are getting the respect that you would like, because I wouldn't say deserve it, because you have to be able to show it to get it, right? Sure. So Frank is saying, true, she is too emotional. She loses her balance easily. Okay, this is Frank. And you know, I thank you, Frank. Frank, if I had you right in front of me, I will hug you and kiss you other than shaking your hand, because the way that you are talking and you're being honest is going to be very helpful to her. So I really, really appreciate that. And I don't know if you want to have sex with her again or all that kind of stuff, but please,
she doesn't want me anymore.
Please, just yeah, he might not want you, but if he just have to make one move and you will fall. Okay? Because you have to have more control. He is still sticking around because he's hoping that something better happened for you.
Sure.
A man like him don't stick around and don't give those opinion if he didn't care. He does something that he see that is good in you, but he cannot trust it because you will have more weakness than strength. Okay? He's saying every man needs a confirmed woman and an emotional balanced woman to support and complement him. Right now, you are not emotionally balanced. My husband is a hairstylist. He is around women all the time. And I'm not jealous because I'm doing my own thing. Okay. In all of that, I am not needy. I hate men that are sticky. I hate that. And men don't like sticky women too. Okay. You have to be able to do your own thing, have your own life, but you have to be able to say no.
Okay.
And you don't have that ability right now to say no. Your flower doesn't get to flourish because as soon as a little drop of rain fall on it and says, I'm interested, it pop up. Right? And that is not what a man is looking for, because then he is going to have to be in jail. He's going to have to stab some man or kill some man, because if he go in a room and you are talking with someone, let's say you're not having sex with the person, but you are talking with someone, immediately he's going to say, was she having sex with him? Was she doing what with him? He's going to be in his head all the time because there's not an emotional balance, because he knows that all they have to do is start to use some sweet nothing in your ears and baby.
That's it.
I have always dreamed of a woman like you. You are so strong. You care about children. You care about the youth. You are a church woman and blah, blah, blah. You do. And then they just talk to you right here by your ears. And then they just put a little breath by your ears and, yes, I am here for you, baby. Yeah. And then you're just like, oh.
Oh no.
That is not balance, baby. That is not balance. That is not balance. Okay. So, Frank, seriously, I really, really appreciate you sharing that. Seriously. Frank is a man to be respected for sure. And that's a man that knows what he wants, because he could have just decided to continue with you and just like, hey, fuck it. I'm going to fuck her as much as I can and use her as much as I can. And he's not trying. So he is trying to give you the respect that you haven't earned yet. And I can tell you haven't earned that respect yet, but he's actually giving you respect.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it a lot.
So I am not trying to tell you to be thankful to Frank, because, I am saying be strong for yourself. You need to be strong. So that's why I am going to get into your life. Okay. And if you allow me, because I cannot help you if you don't help yourself. Okay.
I surrender.
Surrender to God, not to me. No, to God. Surrender to God. Surrender to God. You have that beautiful voice and all the guys and stuff. Let me tell you, any man is gonna be like, sing to me, baby. And you just like, oh, he liked my voice. Oh, but you gotta control. If you have to put a locket down there, then put a locket. But your thing is very sensitive. And when somebody talks, your things start going. It's like I want to sing songs for you. I have a little more control over that, because like Tequila said, the devil know your type. But let me tell you again, Frank is amazing. Okay. Not every woman got lucky to get a Frank. And I'm not saying that is the man for you. I am saying that he's actually stepping back and protecting you.
Okay.
Because the way that he can acknowledge that you are sweet, you are emotional, you are sensitive, all of that he's seeing, other men see that too. But they are taking advantage of it because they say, hey, she give it to me, she can give it to everybody. He is actually trying to hold back and control himself. So that's a man with control, because he can be fucking you day or night, just give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. And you will be like, take it, fine. Yeah, it's yours, baby. It's yours. You will do that. But he's the one that holding back here. It's not you. It's him. But he knows if he want it, he can have it. And that's the part, is that there is no fight here. Sure. And men want to have a fight. My husband can go away, or even when we was dated, he can do whatever. I have a personality that I can be an asshole from time to time. And I'm okay with that. And my husband loved that about me, because I can be a full asshole, but I'm very loving, I'm very caring, and I will do whatever it takes to be able to be with my husband. But you need to have a little assholeness in you.
Sure.
Okay. Sweetness is good, but you have to have it in balance. So the whole time that I have been talking to you, the only time that I heard that you had some balls in Spanish is my first language. We call it tener huevos, right? The only time that I thought that you had balls was when you said you showed up at the man's house and you move in.
Yeah.
I have never heard anybody that anything like that before. So you have it in you to have balls, but you haven't balls in the wrong part.
Okay.
So you have to have a balance, because just listening to the story, whoever is going to listen to the story, let's say Frank, if he's listened to this video from the beginning to the end, now he's going to be, is this what she's going to do to me? If I have sex with her and we have a baby, she's going to show up at my house and move in. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is a good thing for you that Frank got to see this.
Okay.
But it's a good thing also for Frank, because now that he is able to see the whole video and know your story, he's either going to take advantage of you or he's going to run from you.
Okay.
Okay. And the other balanced one is he's not going to do one or the other. He's just going to try to keep it as friend.
Sure.
Okay. And when someone say that they are your friend, because they do something good for you, it doesn't mean that they want you. They're just trying to do something good.
Sure.
Okay. And a lot of women get it wrong. When someone do something good for you, they think, oh, he loves me. Oh, he's interested. Oh, he's just the man I'm going to marry. I have a lot of male friends because I don't get along with women. Women are hypocritical, backstabbing, bunch of bitches.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I don't get along with a lot of women friends. I get along mostly with men. Okay. And I am not fucking them. I'm not screwing them. I'm very bold and they know where I stand. And that's why my husband is comfortable. Every time he's hanging out with his friend, it's only me, my husband, and his friends, because he knows none of them can do anything that is going to make me shake. It doesn't make me go. They can talk whatever they want, and none of them make me struggle, because I'm so into my husband now, right? There's no struggle there. But that's what a man wants. A man wants a woman to shake when he's around, but to be firm when every other man is around.
Sure.
Okay. It doesn't mean that they don't want men to flirt with you. They want men to flirt with you, but they want you to have the ability to say, like, I'm not interested. Like, not even look at them. That's what they want. And right now, you don't have that strength.
Sure.
You know? So let's finish up, because I know I gave some coaching here without actually trying to do any coaching. But I really wanted to tell Frank, thank you. Thank you, Frank. Seriously.
Thank you, Frank.
Takila Coleman is saying, thank you, Frank. And every woman that will look at this video later is saying, thank you, Frank. So thank you. We need more Franks that can actually help you get stronger. Get stronger. Yes. So
Sure.
you went to the man's house, right?
And he was like, let's go to the basement. Like there's another room somewhere at the end. And he was like, oh, are you scared? Why are you scared? And he touches me. I was like, I'm not here for this. Like you said, you wanted to show me something. I should just come around. And he literally waited when his parents were not around. That was when he invited me home. So
But
we
you knew
went
that his
and
parents were not around. So this is the part that I'm having a oh, thank you, Frank. That this is the part that I'm having a challenge with. Okay, at this point, you already know the first time the guy waited for the parents not to be around.
yeah.
But now this one is waiting for his parents not to be around. But you will still be naive about that. What was you hoping? What was you hoping that will happen when you go to his place? You think he was going to show you some hidden gold that he had, and he was going to share the gold with you? What?
I thought we were just going to have a conversation. And
A
I just want to
conversation
say,
at his place. You can go to a coffee shop.
and I
I'm
just
just
want to say
asking.
this in no, he actually he said he wanted me to see where he stays because I've always declined or I've always turned him down whenever he wants me to come around. So he's just like, oh, there's nothing going to happen. It's just here. Let's come, like, just come and see where I stay. And he kept luring me and luring me to the end, and I had to go with him. And at the end of the day, not knowing, he just wanted to have sex with me. And when we got in the room, definitely a man will not take you to the room and just look at your face. He would definitely do something with you. So we ended up having sex, and
But that's the part that I'm saying. How did you end up having sex with someone that you were avoiding? Did he, what he do? He talked to you to the ears, or that's the way you were laughing? Because did
yeah, it
he,
was. And the thing is, sometimes what actually makes them get to me is I get emotional. I am like easy when you're so very nice to me at a point in time. Looking at first relationship that didn't work, my second relationship that didn't work. Okay, let's say this one would work. Why don't I give it a try at the end of the day? Because I'm
yeah,
just
but
looking for a man
right, yeah. So
to
you,
stick by me, stay by me. So let's say this guy, I've been running away from him for a very long time. So I think this one would definitely work out. If the other one didn't work, let me just give it a try. And at the end of the day, when the baby came, he also denied that he wasn't the one.
right, yeah, and that is clear. So the baby's dad for your kids, none of them are around.
The first one and the third one, like they're literally nowhere to be found. But the second one, the child is with him right now. My son is with the dad right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so your son is with the dad. Where are your other two kids?
The first and the last one are with my mom and my dad, my parents.
Okay,
Yeah.
so why is it? Do you? Was your dad a loving person? Was he caring? What was your dad?
Yes,
Was your
he's
dad like?
very, very caring. He takes care of my kids like they are his
No.
own.
Before your kids,
Yeah,
before when you were in the house,
my dad is a very loving person.
and he told you that he loves you when you were younger and all of that. Did he said that?
yes, he would never judge you. He's very warm. He's so cool. Even if whatever you're doing, he doesn't like it, he's so hurt about it. But one day he would voice out. That's how he is. When the thing is over, it gets too
Okay,
much for
when
him.
it accumulates.
Yes, he
Yeah.
voices out, then he talks to you and be like, why are you disgracing us? You disgraced us too much.
And what about
You
your mom?
wearing
Was she, when you were younger, was
my
she
mom
loving?
is something else. She is
Be
I
careful.
don't
Don't say anything that is going to hurt her if she watches this video.
no, she's
Yeah.
not,
Okay.
my mom is a loving person, but as for her own case, when you do something, she'll give it to you there, and there.
Yeah, and that's okay. Yeah.
She will give it to you. She will insult you. So my mom and I, we weren't good friends at all. I was always on my dad's side. Me and my mom, because of everything that happened.
Your mom is a woman. When we are mad, we just yeah. Your mom is a woman. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, because of everything that I've done, the life that I've lived, and everything that has happened to me, we were never good friends. Yes. Anytime she thinks about the issue, she's pained. She gets very angry.
And you are her only child, right? You are her only daughter. You don't have any other daughters?
I'm the grown daughter out of my siblings and the first girl.
But you don't have other sisters?
I have a sister.
Okay, so you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are the oldest one.
Anytime she thinks about the issue, she thinks, how would her older daughter end up in a situation like this? We would always fight. She would insult me. I would fight with her. Like, my mom wasn't my friend back then. She wasn't my friend. So
Tequila, I have a question. Are you confusing wanting affection with sex?
To me, I thought affection was sex. Somebody who loves you is a person who would definitely, and maybe after having sex with you, that means they show you true love. That's how I saw it back then.
But like in the way that you tell your story, it doesn't sound like you have changed your mind.
Actually, I am a very emotional person. I am a very emotional person.
That's what I'm saying. Because when you're talking about your story, there's not any sign of the change of thought. Your story still sound like the same person that we have been talking about. Like, you are telling the story, but I don't see a change in the way that you're thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's what Frank notices. That's what he's saying.
Okay, actually, the thing is, you see, people still look at me to be the same girl that I used to be, but
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's like, we're not around you or anything. We are just going by your conversation.
Yeah.
We are not talking about the people in your life, nor anything. We are just going by the conversation you are sharing.
Yeah.
Right. So even though you are sharing this conversation, the way that you think, it doesn't sound like it's a past. It sounds like a present. Okay. So there have to be something in the way that you talk that have to say there is a change. And right now in your conversation, even just telling the story, you don't even affiliate, this is what I used to do versus this is what I am. Because even in your conversation, like you're still looking for somebody to validate you.
Yeah.
You're still looking for someone to love you and someone to make you feel special. And I can, nobody can give you that. I can tell you that much. The only reason why my husband loves me as like he is a unicorn man. My husband really loved me, but because I learned to love me. And it had nothing to do because I used to connect sex with love. Just like you. And that's what I'm saying. I know that God did not make the mistake in connecting us because I used to be like you. I used to think that, when someone, as soon as I had sex with somebody, that was the ultimate connection. And they are going to just love me forever because, we connected, like we became one. It was like, so that what you were talking about earlier about spiritual marriage, there's no such thing. There's only sex. Okay. But when you actually love somebody, but you're loving yourself first, the sex itself is not sex. Okay. It's called making love. But everything that you have been doing is having sex.
Okay.
You have never got to the point of making love because To make love, you have to love you first. And when you love you first, you respect your body and you respect all of that, and you make sure that you get to know somebody first. Then the day that you actually touch that person, it is explosive. Like when your dad accumulate all of these information, and when he blow up, he blow up. That's so it is. That's so it is, because you have protected yourself, you have loved yourself, you have taken care of yourself in such a way that when you actually decide to share that wonderful adventure with somebody, it's just like exhilarating. Like it's just ridiculous. It's not about bam, 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 bang. Oh, do you want to continue? Do you love me now? Do you want to take me seriously? Do you want to marry me? No, because by that time, you don't even give a damn about marriage. You care about the person. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Frank said, I think she hasn't discovered herself yet. Yes, I agree with Frank. You haven't discovered yourself yet. And that's something that we are going to work on together. So, but yes. So I know that you also said that you are part of these schools and you're trying to encourage youth to have abstinence, right? And you're trying to encourage them to use birth control and what you call it, and condoms.
Contraceptives,
right?
Yeah.
You have to get stronger first before you can preach this.
Okay.
It's like me telling someone, don't take drugs, but I am still high.
Okay.
So the only time you're going to make an impact in this youth, if you can actually stand your ground.
Okay.
And you have to get to know yourself. And I think that you can make a great impact in helping them in do abstinence and all of that, but you have to believe it. Because if one of those youths have a daddy and that daddy say, man, you're doing such a great job with the youth. You're such a wonderful woman. You are such a sweet woman for doing such a wonderful job. You know, I can see it. I have always wanted to have a woman like you. Would you like to go to dinner with me? Sure. I would be happy to go to dinner, but I'm very busy, and I just want to tell you that I do have 3 kids. And it's okay. It doesn't matter. You look like such a great woman. I would definitely love to get to know you. You get dinner, he shower you with a wonderful dinner. You can make it feel good, all of that stuff. He even go out of his way to hold hands with you while you're walking. That holding hands turn into his hand around your shoulder. Once his hand is around your shoulder, you're like, God, are you talking to me? Is this the man that you want for me?
Is this the right person
God,
for me?
you are sending me my unicorn. And then he tells you, you are the woman I have always been waiting for. Let's just go to my place. Let's hang out together for a little bit so that we can get to know each other a little bit more. Oh, I don't want to do that. I have been in trouble in that situation before. So I think that we should not do that. Well, I really don't want. I want to respect you. I don't want to do that. Oh, he's a good man. He says, but I'm not trying to push you into anything. But if you don't want to go to my place, it's okay. But would you like to go to my place? After all the conversation, you say, yeah, it's okay. I trust you. I go to your place. Okay. You go to his place. He opened the door. He says, you can sit down wherever you want to. You sit down with your leg closed, but your thing is going. Then you sit down right there. And then he said, and he don't even have to put soft music. He just dimmed the light a little bit. And you are just like, this girl is on fire. And then he comes close to you. He sits right beside you. And he said, tell me a little bit more about yourself. You go, yes, I had a hard life. You know, I left my parents' house when I was young, just trying to look for some excitement. And then, but he says, I'm a different man. I always wanted to meet a woman like you. I know you have been through a lot. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be there for you. He take his hands and he rub it around your head a little bit right here. And he said, it's going to be okay. And you're like a puppy or a cat. He goes, and then right after that,
Goodness.
he goes immediately. And then he said, he kissed you on the forehead. And you're like, oh, he's so sweet. He kissed you on the cheek. And he's so sweet. And then he started moving his lips around your lips. And you're like, and right after that, he started kissing you right around here. And you're just like, oh.
Oh my God.
And right after that, oh, this is good. I'm going to marry you. Say my name, baby. You are the one for me. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, this is good. You're sweating. Ooh, your hair is all over the place. Oh. Then right after that, you get dressed. He tells you, all the sweet things and all that kind of stuff. Then he might keep having sex with you, or he might says, I got what I want.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then after that, a couple of weeks later, you're pregnant. Because you seem to be one of those people that get pregnant really fast. So you're pregnant
very
now.
easily, very easily.
You get pregnant, and then you get pregnant. You say, hey, I'm pregnant with you. And he said, that's not my baby.
Oh my God.
And then after he said, that's not your baby, you was like, I'm going to go back to mom and dad so that they can help me. Mom says, right? Dad says,
yeah.
Oh,
not again.
God, what did we do wrong? Why did this keep happening to us? All that kind of stuff. But they don't push you out. They just say, okay, we're going to deal with it.
Yeah.
Do you see? Even telling my story, not once did you disagree with anything that I said.
Yeah.
You laughed through my whole story. There was no rebuttals about my story.
Yeah.
You floored with my story.
Yeah.
You embraced my story.
Yeah.
There was no rebuttals. That means you have not overcome the challenge yet. You haven't. And that is a problem, because you cannot keep doing this. You cannot keep doing this to yourself. You cannot keep doing this to your kids. You cannot keep doing this to your parents, and you cannot continue to blame people.
Okay.
And Frank said, I am just opening up. I hope she doesn't come after me. No, if she come after you, all you have to do is disappear, because then it means that she did not grow. Okay.
So why does he think I'm going to come after him?
Because he's been honest. He's actually
I'm open. I'm very open. That's why if I didn't want him to contribute, I wouldn't have sent him the link. I'm very open to,
you heard that, Frank?
I'm open to everything, critics, like anything anybody's going to say to me, because
good.
I need help. Yes. I need to know a lot of things. Maybe I thought I knew things, but I don't know. It will really help me out a lot, in my path of life. Because I've always said that my life story, I'm sure God actually made things happen for me to impact on life, and for me to also learn things through it.
Yes,
so
I agree.
I'm open anywhere.
I actually admire that about you, because you are actually crying for help right now.
Yeah.
And I actually, without the tears, but you are actually crying for help.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that now I'm getting emotional, and that's
No, you
okay,
should have.
because I know it's not easy. I know
Yeah.
you can do this. I know
Yeah.
you have what it takes. If you were able
Yeah.
to move into these people's house and be able to
Yeah.
say, I am going to move into your house, you can do this. But you
Yeah.
have to believe it. You have
Mm.
to fight. You have to hold
Yeah.
on. And I
Yeah.
really admire that you are actually trying to tell your story to be able to get the help that you need. And
Sorry, Sandra, sometimes, people don't actually get to know me in deep within, because I go through a lot
yeah,
emotionally. Sometimes I get depressed.
yeah,
There are times that I'm like, there's a time that a friend of mine was just taking me home. I opened the car door, like I just want to die. Like
yeah, I understand. I'm sorry.
it was too much of trauma for me.
Yeah,
Even though at a point in time of my life, I was so naive, I didn't know a lot of things. I was just giving in, opening my legs in and out. Like I didn't know a lot of, I wish I knew a lot of things back then. I wouldn't have done it. Like I go through a lot trauma. I think about my life. I am all alone. I am all alone, but people see me out there. I mostly post pictures. They see me putting on makeup. They think this girl, she's okay, she's well to do,
yeah.
she's doing fine. I cry most of the times when I'm home alone. I cry like, God. So when would I definitely find like a man who's gonna love me for me and love me for my kids and
Right,
all
but
that?
Mama, you're not gonna find a man like that, Mama. You're not gonna find it. You gotta love you. You gotta take care of you first, because that's what I'm saying. You did not pass that stage yet. You are still there. You keep looking
Okay.
for something in man that you haven't found in yourself. And that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. We have to work on that. We I
Okay.
we have to work on that. Okay. You
Okay.
everything that you just said that you want in a man, you're not gonna find it. Nobody can give it to you. Frank cannot give it
Okay.
to you. I cannot give it to you. Nobody can give it to you. And God
Okay.
can hold on to you. You can pray to him, but you need to make sure that you find that in you. And I'm not talking
Okay.
about ego and cockiness and law of attraction and love yourself. I'm not talking about that. They have to, there's something that you're lacking, that you're not respecting yourself enough, that you're not believing in yourself enough. You're trying to
Okay.
find all these things in the exterior. Okay.
Okay.
And that is what is affecting you. And I definitely understand, because I was right there too. I used to be like that. And that's why I'm crying, because I know you are hurting. And I
Yeah.
used to hurt a lot too. And I was there. And just like Tequila said, you need to heal. I was not healed before. And that's why
Okay.
I've been through a lot of abuse. And in that, I was trying to find purpose
Okay.
in my life. And I feel your pain. I feel what you're going through right now. There's lots of confusion there.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I volunteered to help you, because I know that there is a lot of pain there. But you can
Yeah.
change it, because if you don't fix it, your kids are going to make the same mistake. They are going to go
Okay.
through the same challenges. They're going to even make it worse on them.
Okay.
So you have to fix you in order to fix your kids. That's what you have to do first, because otherwise you're just going to keep going in the circle and nothing is going to change. You have to fix that. And yeah, so you know, you I can tell you right now, I think you should hold on a little bit from telling kids to refrain from abstinence, because you are not even strong yet.
Okay.
Okay, I am not saying this
Okay.
don't help. I'm just saying you can't preach what you are not willing to do. You got to
Okay.
do it first. Okay, you got to be able to be
Okay.
strong and do it and practice it. Then it's going to
Okay.
be more compelling, you know.
Okay.
for people to actually listen to you. Tequila said,
Okay.
me too. Tequila said, Rosemary, I was abandoned twice while I was pregnant and I suffered from depression. But I went to counseling and turned to God and started loving myself. You can overcome this, Rosemary. And yes, I agree with
Thank
Tequila.
you.
You
Thank
can
you so
overcome this.
much. Thank you.
Yes, you can overcome this. And
Mm.
it's not only just surrendering to God, but it's you need to heal because you have surrendered to God, but you are not being honest with yourself because you're
Okay.
doing one part of you saying that you're surrendering to Him, but at the same time you're looking outside for help. You're
Okay.
looking for men to save you, and every time a man come in your life, you say, "God send him for me."
Okay.
When God send you someone, they're going to have to fight for you. They are going to be in your face. Like when my husband told me that he wanted to marry me after a month of dating me, I told him, no. He asked me the second month, I want to marry you. I say, nope. The third time he asked me to marry me, he said, I'm not going to ask you again. It's going to be the last time. I said, yes, but no. I have to date you for 1 year and see where this works out.
Sure.
I already have 2 kids. Okay.
Mm.
And he fight for me. He worked hard for me because I wasn't interested. I already had felt for it. I already went through a lot. I was not. So he showed up and he showed himself. He fight. He didn't even go back to his country. He was like, this is the woman that I want. I'm going to fight for this woman. The man that really wants you, he's going to want you healthy. He's going to want the best part of you. He is going to want you strong. He is going to want you to be fighting. That's what he's going to push you to be better. And you will be able to see that, but you just don't jump at it the first time that he says something, because that's not what it's all about. But you got to heal first.
Sure.
So I would say, even though I can tell you it's hard, I can talk all day long. You are in Ghana, I'm in San Antonio, Texas. I can tell you all day long, but all I want to say, do your best.
Okay.
Not focus on men right now.
Okay.
You need to get to know you.
Okay.
And we can start working on that.
Sure.
I'm not going to do that in public here and talking about that. We have said enough in public, but
sure.
I think that we need to take the conversation private and be able to talk a little bit more about what is it that, where's your pain coming from? What is it that really is happening? Because your pain is deeper than what you know. There is a deeper pain that you are not dealing with. There is something bigger that you are not dealing with. And you will not be able to, like right now, your kid is with your mom. So you're not a single mom, because when we're talking about single mom, we are talking about women that are taking care of your kids. One is with their dad.
I do take care. The only thing is that they are not with me, but I take care of them.
You mean financially?
Yes.
We have to get you to a point where you're actually taking care of them. That's what I'm saying. Being a single mom is taking care of your kids. You taking care of your kids. That's what it's about. Okay. You can't claim it if you're not doing the work. Anybody can provide financially. Okay. Anybody can, but you have to do the work. I understand at the beginning you did. Then you did the second time, but you can't keep doing that. You can't keep taking your responsibilities and putting it on everybody else and then getting a job and say you are a single mom. That does not make you a single mom. It just makes you a provider.
Sure.
Okay. But I am just saying it because your kids need you. They don't need your mom and dad. They don't need, your kids need you, because guess what? The way that you are hurt, the way that you are in pain, you are causing them to be in pain, because they're going to say, why did I came here when my mom don't want to be around me?
Sure.
And you can say all day long, you're providing for them. But that's my dad, before he died, he said, I was a good dad. I said, no, you wasn't. And he said, yeah, I pay you, I pay for your guys' bills and all that. I said, that doesn't make you a dad. I got raped by men. I got sexually abused. I got all of this. You were never around. They were not there for me. You were never a dad. And he thought that being a dad was because he provided money. Money doesn't make you a father. It's the time, the sacrifice, the hugging, the I love you. That is what is a parent. That is what they want to feel, not the money. Do you know how many rich people, why their kids are messed up? Because they're not there. They have the money, but that's why the kids are getting into all kind of stuff, because the parents are providing the money. No hugs, no love you, no time, no challenges. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we have to get you to a point where you desire that, because right now you don't desire that because you're not doing it. And we got to get you to a point where you see how important that is for your kids, but you have to make it important for you. And the only reason why I will agree that you're not with your kids right now is because you're not even with yourself.
Yeah.
You are not even able to take care of yourself right now. So I will definitely say it is healthy right now that you are not with your kids. I will say that. That is one decision that I can say that I agree with you 100% right now, because you are not healthy. That's why they are not with you. They say the same love and sense of belonging you want she's trying to say our children want to. The same sense of belonging that you want, your children want that too. Okay, so if you don't fix it, especially now that you have a 14, 11, and 7-year-old, you still have time. You still have time to be able to make it better, because that 14-year-old is going to be seeking the wrong things in women because he didn't have a mom around. You might have grandma and all that, but it's not your mom. And the 11-year-old, you even have more time. The 7-year-old, you got more time there. So we need to get to fix this so that you can fix you, so that you can help them. But I can tell you, with the 14-year-old, it's going to be much more difficult. With the 11-year-old, which is over there, it's going to be very challenging because he's already with the other people. But with the last one, you can really make it better with the last one. You can really make it better with the last one. Because the last one, you have to be able to give him a total different perspective, because the others are always going to give you a hard time because you wasn't there for them. You wasn't there for them. And you will be, I'm telling you, you will have tears because they're going to tell you off. They're going to tell you wasn't there for me. They will tell you. But you need to try to fix you first. You can help your kids if you cannot help yourself. Okay. So I really thank you for your story. I thank you for opening up. Thank you, Frank, again, for sharing what you shared with us. I know we try to laugh and all of that, but this was pretty heavy. You got me crying a lot. But I'm not crying because I feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I am crying because I know that you are in pain. And I am crying because I understand. I am crying because I know that your story can change life. I'm crying because I know that you are still alive and you're fighting. And I see a fighter in you. Okay. You are definitely a fighter. It's not easy to tell the story that you just told, but you were able to tell that story. And and I see your call for help. So anybody that's listening right now, if you are in Ghana and you want to be able to help, Rosemary, please connect with me and let me know. However, I am not in Ghana. I'm in San Antonio, Texas, but I am volunteering to do some coaching. And one thing that my Bible told me is that don't let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, or your right hand know what your left hand is doing, or all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, is don't be saying what you're going to do. So we're going to leave it right there. Me and you're going to connect. And whatever I decide to do for you is between me and you.
Sure, Sandra.
And if anybody wants to help, you can connect with us privately so that we can do this. But I am not disappointed with the story. I am grateful that you are willing to tell your story, not because of the followers or because so many likes. Who give a damn about that? I don't give a damn about those things. I give a damn about you growing and changing. And it would be very wonderful to come back and look at this video after and be able to laugh about it and be able to use the same video when you're talking to your youth and telling them about abstinence and telling them about condom and telling them about preservative and letting them listen to a portion of this conversation and telling them this is where I was and this is where I am. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Sandra.
That is going to be the story.
I'm so grateful. In all of this, nobody has had the time to understand me, where I'm coming from, where I've been, and the things that I go through. They only see the nice parts of me with makeup, well dressed.
Yeah.
But I'm the only person who know what I go through in there. And sometimes when you approach people and you tell them that this is what I'm going through, like I need help, they look at you and they be like, you're all well to do, like you're all looking. And I say to myself, do you want me to look tattered? Do you want me to look hungry? Do you want me to look very dirty before you can say that, yes, she's going through all
don't
that
give
she's
people
saying.
that pleasure. Don't give anybody that pleasure.
Not at all.
But
and
I have to show everybody what you're talking about. Let me share the screen and I'm going to show them. This is what Rosemary looked like on a daily basis.
Oh my God.
That is Rosemary. Look at that.
That's me.
Look at her. That is how beautiful this woman is. Okay. But we want to make sure that we bring in this beauty from the inside and not just the outside.
Thank you so much.
Look at that. What man is not going to want to tap that? I'm not a lesbian, but if I was to see that, I would want to tap it too. Okay. So I definitely understand why they will be attractive to you. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen your body, but I will definitely understand. You look damn good. Okay. So I understand. I understand what they be going through with you and thinking, man, I got to have this woman, whatever I'm going to do.
A lot. That's what a lot of them, when they see me, that's the only thing that comes to their mind. And sometimes I ask, don't you see anything aside sex? Take a good look at me. See beyond sex. There are a whole lot of things in me that can be useful to yourself. Why can't you see that beyond sex? You're always like seeing only sex. Sometimes I get fed up, like I don't want to talk to any guy anymore. Like I don't want to talk to any guy because at the end of the day, they only see sex, the sexual side about me.
Yes.
And sometimes it's so traumatic sometimes.
Okay,
I really
hold on
get
a second.
fed up.
I am going to show the screen where Frank and Tequila is having the conversation because I want everybody to remember this one. This is what they said. Look at those last words, and I want everybody to remember that. Thank you, Rosemary, for sharing your story. Look at Frank says. Frank says, find solace in these words. Together with the counseling, and you will overcome. But listen to this part. This is the powerful part. Read that, Rosemary, the last part that Frank said.
Not that I have already attained or I'm already, or
I am already perfect. But I press on that I may lay hold of that which Christ Jesus has also laid hold of me. Philippians
Me,
3:12. It says, brethren, I do
brethren,
not
I do
count
not count
myself
myself
to
to
have
have
apprehended,
been.
but one thing that I do is forget those things which are behind and reaching forward to those things which are ahead.
Of
I
me,
press toward the goal
person's goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ. Philippians. Oh my God.
Thank you, Frank. I love you, Frank. Thank you. Oh,
Thank you,
Rosemary,
Frank. I
what
really
you see,
appreciate
Rosemary,
Frank.
what you do is that
Yeah,
you do have the ability to make people fall in love with you. You do.
yeah,
You do have a good heart. You
yeah,
just have to get stronger because
yeah.
I already love you and I don't want to have
Thank
sex
you
with
so
you.
much.
I don't want anything from you. I'm not asking you for
I love you
anything.
too so much,
Okay.
Sandra. I love you so
But,
much. Thank you for this opportunity.
but mommy, you have to change. You have to get better. You
I
have to
will
make that commitment
change.
to yourself, not to me, not to Frank, not to anybody. You have to make that commitment to yourself that you are going to do better. You have to make that because let's put the kids on one side because right now you can't
Okay,
even think about them because you're not even thinking about yourself. Okay.
sure.
You said when we were having a conversation, the reason why you don't live with your kids is because when you live with them, they just keep asking, and you just give them and you can't say no. The fact that you are not able to say no, that's a problem.
Okay.
You have to be able to be comfortable with the no. You can't say no. That's a problem because you are looking for validation. That's a problem. Hold on, let me mute this. You have to get to the point where you can say no. And I want to remind you, in spite of whatever story you just shared with us, please don't keep your head down. Don't keep your head
Okay,
down for anybody.
sure,
But you need to stop lying to yourself. Nobody
sure.
is to blame for your situation. You are not a victim. You learn to be victim. You are not victorious yet, but you need to learn to accept your victory. And I'm going to tell you that what makes you victorious right now, that you need to believe, is that you made it this far and you're still fighting.
Sure,
That makes you victorious. But you're
sure.
still trying to talk like a victim. You are not a victim.
Yeah.
Okay. In everything that you have done, you have full responsibility with everything. With the first one, I would say, yes, you was very naive. With the second one, very naive. With the third one, come on. But I will refrain from saying, I know they're trying to tell you that you have to cut. Are they telling you to cut?
No. Maybe yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, she's like, I think she heard me cry and she's like, am I okay?
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
what I am saying is that you need to learn to start telling your story without saying you made a mistake. Because when your
Sure.
kids listen to these stories, they don't want to be known that they are a mistake. You were naive. You want to keep it that way. I was naive, and this is what I did. But your kids are not a mistake. They came to your life for a reason. They came to your life to change your life. They came to your life to make it purposeful. None of them are a mistake. If God didn't want them here, they will not be born. Okay? So I want you to make sure that moving forward, when you're telling your story, they're not a mistake. You were naive and you make some bad decisions. But your kids don't ever say again that they are a mistake. None of them are a mistake. Never, 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 never. Take that out of your head. Take that out of your mouth. They are not a mistake. Because I was a mistake. Because that's what I heard from my aunt. It was a mistake. And that haunted me for the rest of my life until I had to fix it. I am a friggin' blessing. I'm a blessing to my kids. I'm a blessing to anybody that comes. God wanted me here. Okay. I was never a mistake. That was just the way that I came, but I was never a mistake. You are not a mistake. Your kids are not a mistake. Tequila is not a mistake. Frank is not a mistake. None of us are a mistake. We are here as a blessing. We are here as a purpose. And we need to teach our kids that they are here with a purpose. Doesn't matter how they came. They are here with a purpose. Tequila said, I learned that from you, Sandra. Thank you, Tequila. I learned that because I was hurting my kid. Even now, right now, I can tell you guys honestly, is that my son is married and me and him are not talking right now. He's 28 years old. And regardless of all the sacrifices that I did, regardless of everything that I did, I love him so much and I love my daughter so much. And I know that this needed to happen because he needed to become a man.
Yeah.
But I made some mistake in my past and maybe that is affecting him now. And I am telling you that when they grow up, they will remember all the mistakes that you made. They will remember. And you can't fix it.
Yeah.
You can't fix it, but you can't fix you. I am able to sleep in peace. I am healed. I am able to smile and walk with my head up because I do not live by my past. I do not live by regrets. I live with my head up because I cannot change what I did, but I can do what is forward. I can do everything right now and I can do better moving forward, but I cannot change the past. Tequila cannot change your past. You cannot change your past. All we can do is move forward with our heads up, hold on to God and believe that we can do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am telling you, I love my kids so much and I will always love them, but you cannot allow anybody, not even your kids, to take you back to where you were.
Yeah.
You need to understand who you are and be able to decide who you want to be and move forward. Move forward. And that can be very painful, but you have to move forward. Okay? So I do understand about sometimes, I don't know how many times I have tried to take my life. Many times in my lifetime. And you know what? I believe in God, and that's something that I will not do. But the devil is going to keep pushing it. The devil is not stronger than you. You're stronger than him. But he's going to keep using your weakness to be able to get you to be weaker. Okay? So I am just telling you, just keep holding on to God. Keep fighting. Keep working hard. And you already know, for some people, their weakness is drugs. For some people, their weakness is other stuff. For you, it's men. Your weakness is men. Okay? The sweeter they are, the more talkative they are, the more your weakness is men. And my weakness at one point was men. I could not even tell you how many men I have slept with because I have slept with a lot. And you know what? I can say it with so much calmness because it doesn't even bother me anymore. Because I forgive me. You need to learn to forgive you. You haven't forgive you.
Thank you, Sandra. Thank you so much.
So with that said, let's cut this conversation because it's going to get a little deeper about forgiving you. And everybody else, thank you, Tequila. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you. I really appreciate everybody.
Yeah, I'm not saying you don't hang up, Tequila. Tequila. Rosemary, You don't hang up. You stay there.
Okay.
I am going to
Okay.
hang up from being in public, but we're going to talk a little bit more about what we're going to do
Sure.
forward. Okay.
Sure.
But if you have heard the story, if you made it this far and you are listening now or later, if you want to tell your story, I invite you to come and say it. The email is info@singlemom.today, info@singlemom.today. We are not here to shame you or to judge you or to tell you what to do. We are just here to help you become a better mother so that you can help your kids have a better future. That's what it's all about. Because like I say, if you go to my website, www.singlemom.today, is choose your path. When you choose your path, you will help your kids choose their path. And your path have nothing to do with who you were and who people think you are. Your path have to do with who you want to be, who you decide that you want to be. You have to make that decision. Not your mom, not your dad, not your kids, not the government, not your circumstances. Hold on to God, and He's going to help you choose your path. But it's your decision to do that, because not even God can help you, because He gave us free will. And in our free will, we make those decisions for ourselves. The Holy Spirit can only work in us if we allow the Holy Spirit to work in us. God doesn't force us to do anything, but He's encouraged us to hold on to Him. So I encourage you, if whatever it is that you're going through, please talk to God. Give Him full reign of your life. Surrender to Him and allow Him to work in your life. But you got to make that decision about what life you want to have. So I was going to have Rosemary, you were going to sing at the end as well, remember?
Okay. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. Oh, that I knew that thy hands has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee. And all that I need that thy hands has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto thee. We're grateful, God.
What a voice. What a voice. You have such a beautiful voice, and God have blessed you so much.
Amen.
So much He have blessed you. So I think you need to be doing some voiceovers.
Sure, yeah. I will.
So what I'm going to do, next thing that you guys are going to be hearing is that the intro from this video is going to be Rosemary voice. I am going to hire Rosemary to be able to do the intro for my single mom. So Rosemary, yes, you have a responsibility now. You have a responsibility.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You have a responsibility. What a beautiful voice. Oh,
thank you, Sandra. Oh. I love you so much. I love you so much.
Already. I love you already.
Like a sister I have never met. I thank you for this opportunity. I can't thank you enough. Thank you for giving me this great platform to share my story, to touch lives, and for people to even give me advices at places that I needed them the most. Knowing that all hope is not lost for me. I'm so much grateful. I can't thank you enough. Thank you to everybody on this platform. Thank you to everybody that's going to watch later. I really appreciate everybody. It is never too late. We can still make life better for us all.
Amen.
Thank you, Sandra.
Amen. Yeah. And I am going to tell you guys, you haven't seen anything yet. what Rosemary is going to become. You haven't seen anything yet. And I am calling it in the name of Jesus Christ.
Thank
God,
you, God.
please pour your
Amen.
spirit.
Amen.
Send all
Amen.
your angels to Rosemary.
Amen.
Protect
Amen.
her, protect her
Amen.
children, protect her parents,
Amen.
and send her
Amen.
people that are only going to be there to help her, Father God, in Jesus'
Amen.
name. This is not a
Amen.
channel where I do religious stuff, but God, when you say
Amen.
talk, I talk.
Amen.
When you say share,
Amen.
I share. And Father God, in the
Amen.
name of Jesus Christ, I pray,
Amen.
change
Amen.
Rosemary's life, Father God. Protect her from
Amen.
even herself, Father God,
Amen.
so that she
Amen.
can do what she was here to do, Father God. She has
Amen.
such an
Amen.
amazing heart. She is
Amen.
so, I mean, like in this world, just because you have an amazing heart, that's when the
Amen.
world call it weak, Father God.
Amen.
But that is her
Amen.
strength. We just need to
Amen.
help her understand that the
Amen.
wisdom that you have, so that she can be
Amen.
able to walk in wisdom, Father God,
Amen.
so that she will be able to find the man that is going to help her
Amen.
become a greater
Amen.
woman for you. After
Amen.
she has learned to become a greater woman herself, Father God.
Amen.
I pray, Father, in the name of Jesus, Father God.
Amen.
I pray that
Amen.
you will guide her, Father God. I pray, Father God, that
Amen.
she will not see it as a reason to come worship me or worship
Amen.
anybody, Father God. She must surrender to
Amen.
you, not to me. I'm
Amen.
just here as a tool, as a vessel to be able to do
Amen.
what you asked me to do, Father God. But
Amen.
Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray that you will guide
Amen.
her. I know she's
Amen.
hurting, Father God. Please protect her.
Amen.
Protect me.
Amen.
Protect Aquila.
Amen.
Protect Frank, Father
Amen.
God, and
Amen.
everybody that is listening right now. Please, Father, protect
Amen.
them. Give them strength to fight the devil, Father God. I pray in
Amen.
Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Amen. Oh,
Amen,
oh, yeah,
Sandra.
yeah.
Oh God, I've
I
made
like
you.
this on these shows. What is wrong with you? Making me cry like
How
this.
did I make you cry?
Oh
I'm
my goodness.
sorry.
Oh my goodness, because you just, God sent you to me.
Amen.
He did. He sent you to me.
Amen.
And I'm here for you. But I
Amen.
can tell
Thank
you
you
that I'm
so
only
much.
going to be here for you if you are willing to be there for yourself.
Sure, I am.
Because I have very wide open, and when people try to take advantage of me, I cut you off real fast.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not gullible. I can tell you that already. And I will call it. I will put you in your place. I will do whatever. I will do it with love. But I will cut you up if I have to.
Yeah.
Okay? So just remember, I might be a crybaby, but while I am crying, I am whipping. Okay.
Sure.
I whip while I cry.
I know.
So there are no prospects in the past. Amen. There are no prospects in the past. There is nothing in the past. All we have to do is heal from that past. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. No, I'm going to disconnect. I'm going to continue to talk with Rosemary. Frank. I love you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Hi, sending you my hug.
Oh,
thank you, Frank. Thank you for not taking advantage of her. Thank you for speaking up so that she can understand everybody is not evil. All men are not evil. Some men are being hurt by women, and now they're taking advantage of women as well. That's what they are doing. But people are not evil. People just impacted by whatever their surroundings, and they make their decisions. So, Frank, you are an example of there is not men are not evil. Women are not evil. We just come from different situations, and we do take different actions, and some are good, some are bad. But Frank, I'm not saying that you're an angel. I'm only saying thank you for allowing your heart to be open today, to be able to share the truth, and and just really be able to share that and help other women grow just with your words. That is really, really powerful. So thank you, Frank. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Tequila, for all your comments, for encouraging Rosemary, and for just really being able to be here with me to be able to ask the right question. So I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Tequila.
Not next week, but the week after, I have another interview with another woman. So I
Sure.
hope that you guys get to tune in. So thank
Sure,
you.
we
God bless
will.
you.